Alrighty, hello. Microphone does seem to be working. Happy days, right there. Hello, how we doing? What's going on, folks? Monday, the 3rd of November. JD, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you so much for the 45 months. Thank you very much. I hope you're well. Happy Monday to you. Happy beginning of November. I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. And if you did, what's that thing called? Halloween. I hope it was a good Halloween for you. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to find my stream deck. It's gone AWOL. It's not on for some reason. I think it was going weird. Also, I decided to get rid of my background. It was too irritating. So we've yeeted it. We've yeeted it. And it has gone. We are now... Why does it have to... I don't understand. It's very irritating. Every single... Continue to stream deck, please. Every single time I fire the stream deck up, it sort of tries to reattach my Twitch stuff to it. And it sort of keeps forgetting every single time I turn the computer on, basically. It's really irritating. Anyway, so it does appear to be working, so now I can access my little hype button. I do need to upgrade the bot. I do want to add a stupid adventure thing, because Twitch, in all their wisdom, they have decided to not count basically lurkers. So I need to get a way of basically seducing lurkers into typing something into chat every so often. So I think I have got a button which says, like a channel point redeem thing, which says check in or something like that. So I'm going to probably try and do that, and something along with that. I don't know how much of that was muted. I don't know when I touched it, but I accidentally muted myself. What did I miss? Twitch not counting lurkers as real people anymore. So thank you, Twitch. I appreciate that. That's really great for smaller channels like this. It's fine for the bigger channels, but for the smaller channels where every little helps, it really does help. Thank you so much, Twitch. You're so good. But what I was saying was, I am going to try and... I've added a button, like a channel point redeem for sort of like a check-in thing. It's only a point, but it is an interaction. I don't know how long that counts for on Twitch land. It might be an hour, might be half an hour, who knows, but so I need to figure out something to do with that to sort of basically seduce people into smashing that button, etc, etc. Now, what am I forgetting? I know I'm forgetting something. It's going far too smoothly. It's probably because I've not looked at chat, that's why. That is why it's going too smoothly. I've not looked at chat. Where are we? Here we go. And there's no Twitch. There is Twitch chat. There's YouTube chat. Twitch does not seem to exist. Nothing that I know of. Heard all that. Okay. Yeah, it's hey, Lucian. How's it going, dude? What's cracking? Comradson, hello. How you doing today? Happy Monday to you all. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Yeah, Twitch just making things crap for people all over the place. I am slowly getting more and more sort of, unfortunately, which I don't like. We're gonna have to resolve the Twitch, the whatever is going on, somehow. What did you all get up to? Did you do Halloween? I don't really bother with Halloween. It's not for me at all. So yeah, that's why I didn't bother with it. And I can't even remember what night that was. That Friday night? Friday night, yeah. What the hell did I even do? Oh, I worked. No, I didn't. No, I played some 7 Days to Die. I killed some zombies. So that's in the spirit of Halloween, right? Killing zombies. Who knows? I'm glad my microphone's still working and that everything's not gone completely sideways. Lucian, I saw that sweet painting you've done, by the way. Hot peacock action. The dead, they do. They need to remain buried forever, basically. Yeah. Let me just refresh the Warhammer page so I know. Vaguely what we're dealing with. Trick-or-treaters would have to cross about 12 miles of open land. Oh god, walking. Can you imagine? In this day and age, walking. Bloody hell, JD. Surely that'll be far too much effort. That will bloody purge a lot of people. I don't want to say especially in America because I think we're definitely going that way in this way over here as well. But 12 miles. That's a bit of a trek on your old legs. Not your old legs, just people's legs in general. Absent steel knights or other amenities. None came. Yeah, you probably had an entire sort of tray, a trestle table, tables full of sweets and candies and things. You're all Halloween prepared for Halloween, and nothing came of it. It was their loss and your gain, because someone has to eat all those candies, and god damn it, might as well be you. I don't know. I'm not really sure. So we do have some painting to do today. I woke up yesterday morning. This ear. It seems like you know when you get water in your ear when you're taking a shower, or I suppose a bath if you like sitting in your own juices like that. Oh. You know, if you get water in your ear, it almost sounds like you're listening to stuff in mono. I can't really hear. I can hear noise, but it's not as full-bodied. It's not like a full-bodied wine. It's more like box wine coming in this ear. Connex box is full. JD, I'm sorry. That's terrible. I can only apologize. Listen. I don't know. I don't even know what I was going to say there, but you need to... Actually, don't tell them. Don't tell them that you're there. Probably a spider laying eggs in your... Oh, God, don't say that. That's the last thing I need even to think about. Yeah, please, that's definitely not the thing I want to hear at all. I don't think it is a spider, but I do have a spider in my room, in the window, who sort of looks after flies during the summer. Pretty sure he hasn't wandered. Or she hasn't wandered, I suppose. I'll have to check. I wish you hadn't said that, though. That's slightly terrifying. God. Couldn't think of anything. Well, I could think of a lot of things worse, but it's not very pleasant, though. I am concerned about this the bot. It's not showing... It's showing Twitch chat, but it's not sort of... There's normally a tab at the top where I can look at just YouTube comments and just Twitch comments, and it's not giving me that sweet Twitch comment only action that I desire. Show platform icons similar to acorns. Use Twitch bot, yes. Use YouTube bot, yes. I'm going to double check very quickly, because it is frustrating. An itch in my foot. Lucian, what do you get up to over the weekend? Earwax against the inner ear. If you're a persistent ear cleaner, you know what I wasn't? And then I thought maybe there's something in there, so I did actually. I have some cotton buds for weathering, like the oil painting, on miniatures, and I thought, okay, I used a clean one, and I did give it a bit of a wiggle around, so that's probably not actually helped. That's probably it. I reckon that's it, actually, JD. I had some bamboo cotton buds. 100% pure cotton. Double tipped. Hygienic and disposable. I reckon that's it. God damn it. Oi. So, I sent a commission off today. That was basically the first thing I did today. I've sent... I have the next 3 lined up. We've got Tempestus Scions, Chaplain, Grimaldus, and Retinue, and we've also got Primaris Crusader Squad, but they will be White Templars rather than Black Templars. But I've got to build all of those first before we even go down that route. And I'm not entirely sure. I don't. As we go into next year, I'm not entirely sure of the how we're going to do things, basically, stream-wise. Because obviously this is not your fault. This is all a me problem, because you've already smashed that follow button. Or the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. But growth has basically has been flatlined for ages. So it's not great. So we may just basically do gaming streams, and then if we hit sub goals, etc., then we'll do a painting stream and stuff like that next year. And then I can just focus on getting my commissions painted during the day and recording YouTube videos, because YouTube videos do sort of they live forever, much like the Marine Corps. I can't remember the quote in Full Metal Jacket, but there is a quote there somewhere. Ogreforge, hello. What's cracking? Hello. Happy Monday to you. Can't remember much. You got a home gym bench thing? Holy moly. Did some art and played some Warhammer Quest on stream. God damn it, I missed it. I do... Like, sometimes I get your message when you've gone live just as I've sat down. Yes. Just as I sort of sit down in the other room to throw on a film or I was like, God damn it. Well, this film's over in 2 hours or whatever it is, and Lucian's gonna still be live. Sometimes you're not, and it's heartbreaking. Just killing time. Been looking for work since February. Bloody hell. I have been there. Like, when I moved back from the States, I managed to get a job on a film quite quickly, but as a runner. And then I had a seizure, and I lost my driving license, and then I could run no longer. As in, drive around the country picking up stuff from all over the place for the boss. So I lost that job, and then I was out of work for... Oh, God, what was it? Lost that job in January. Yeah, January to sort of November it took me to find my next job, which I then hated for almost 7 years. Curse you, Disney. Puh. Curse you thricefold. 3D printing some things for your new Etsy shop. Nice. Although, are these out of interest, Ogreforge? Are you a bad boy or girl like myself? Because I know Etsy, they shat all over the place and said if you basically 3D print stuff where you buy or like of not your own design, so you have a sort of a printing license, you're not allowed to do it. You're very naughty. So that my Etsy shop's basically on sort of vague hold at the moment. I still post things there because I'm naughty, but I've just ended up moving over to eBay and my own web store, in fact. I wouldn't bother watching me either. How dare you? Lucian, don't you say that. I very much enjoy chatting to you, dude. Space Wolves fan, oi oi Savaloy, what's going on? Oh, yo. Guess what I found over the weekend? I'm going to show you, and it's very sexy. It's not me. I didn't find myself. I didn't have a spiritual awakening or any of that bollocks. I did find... Where is it? Well, I found one of my very first Space Wolves. Where's the rest of him? I don't know if this... I think it's this guy. Sup, first? How you doing, you sexy beast? How the devil are you? Now, I don't know if this was the particular one I had. I don't think this was the correct loadout. I got a mix of bits. But we have the pointing... Ooh, the pointing finger of doom. You know what this means, ladies and jelly spoons. Yes, it's your boy. It's Cyclone Missile Launcher in the house. I am going to be stripping all these bad boys and repainting them. I'm slowly trying to get them all together so I can get them all stripped at once and then do a nice big old project. So I've got my biker boys. I got Cyclone Missile Geezer. And most excitingly for me, hold on, keep your underwear on, ladies and jelly spoons. Keep it on just for a little bit longer. All right. I found this one in a box. I found frickin' Rune Priest. I had completely forgotten I owned this one. I'm stoked to see this guy. He's got his chopper there. Hopefully he's got another hand. Yes, he's got his Space Wolf shooter with furry thing attached. So I'm very excited to have that as well. You finally got into Metro Exodus. Bloody hell. How's that been treating you? I fired up Metro donkeys years ago. I don't think I had a first good time with it, and then I got sidetracked. I got sidetracked. And I never really got back to it. Which sucks balls. I'm apparently naughty. Yeah, dude. Sorry, I keep saying dude. It's just like a generic catch-all phrase. I don't think I'm ever going to grow out of it. But yeah, it was back in... oh, God, I tell you what. Look. Sucked massive spherical objects. I was not happy. I just imported, I think round about 300 items into Etsy, and I was going through adjusting every single one to be sort of Etsy specific, and then I think it was in June they brought that thing around. It's like, son of a, I just wasted 3 months or whatever it was importing and adjusting all these items. How dare you? How dare you? You utter toe rags. Etsy, let me see if I can find it, because unless they've renounced it and gone back on it, which I'd love. How do Space Wolves? Oh yeah, sorry. You're making wound... oh, dice holders. Very nice. Very nice. I do want to get into doing my own thing on Etsy, like with my own design, but that is going to have to require the power of Blender or something, and remembering how to use modeling programs. I look like I'm in a glass of milk. Listen, milk makes you strong. So I'm down for it, Bleed Machine. How you doing, dude? Etsy. I don't even... 3D printing... license? I don't even know what to Google it as. Here we go. Here we go. I found it. That was a Reddit post. Curse that. Yeah, so I will be stripping all my Space Wolves. So I've got my 5. I got my biker boys. Obviously, we're going to have issues with like bits missing. So I've got 4 more of these guys back there. I have 10. Ragnar, thank you very much for the 70 months. Hello there. Thank you very much for the 70 months. Happy Monday to you. What's cracking? Let me just catch up on chat because I know I'm missing stuff. I have a couple of Filigus. Have they started carrying your prints? Well, that's what we want, really, isn't it? You're keeping them on? God damn it. Oh well, I can only try so much. I certainly wouldn't want to force anyone. The Rune Priest Terminator is one of the best models. Let me show you the best model. Welcome to the world of Nagash. The best model. I know he's Warhammer Fantasy. And not 40k, but he is the best model of all time. It's okay, dude, I say it too. Yeah, it's just a habit. And one can't change too much. Ogre Forge, give me just a second, otherwise the bot will get you. I just need to find the right window. The green screen, no, it's not a green screen. It's not a green screen. What it is I downloaded some NVIDIA streamer tools, I think it was called. Hold on, let me do this permit before I get sidetracked again. There you go. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, you can download NVIDIA streamer tools, and you can add a filter to your video, which says there are 4 options, but they're into 2 different chunks. One is remove background, and then one is remove background and chair. So I do actually have a chair behind, well, there's a chair bit there, and it sort of annihilates it. It is pretty GPU intensive, but there is a sort of less intensive version. But I thought it's not exactly like we're doing too much. Computer should be all right with it. Old school bikes, yes, indeedy. So anyway. So I've got 10 metal blood claws in various conditions. I got 10 grey hunters in various conditions. I got 5 long fangs. So I'm going to strip and the bikers, and I should have around about 5 terminators. And ideally, and I have a couple of wolf scouts. I really need to find some old ones. Just 5. I've got Ragnar. I don't want to strip him though. He was the second character that I ever painted. My first one's disappeared. And I have Nigel. But I think I'm just going to locate Nigel, Ragnar, and the proper Ulrich the Slayer. Somehow on eBay or something. And I've got Bjorn the Fell-Handed. So I'm going to strip all of those and paint them. I do have... Funnily enough, I do have 10 more of the following, like, I don't know when they came out, late 90s, I think, Space Wolves in a plastic kit. So I got Blood Claws, Grey Hunters, and Long Fangs in the plastic. I think it was late 90s. But I'm not going to bother about those so much. I just want to get the original ones done. And chat has paused on me, great. So no, Ragnar, the plan is I do have to ponder this stream yet again, because I look at, I hate to say it, I don't like talking about it, but the dreaded channel growth and stuff like that. It's basically flat as a pancake in that regard. So I've been thinking we might just end up turning into a game stream which occasionally paints when we hit sub goals, etc. Which will leave me time during the day to actually finish commissions and record YouTube videos, and then I can do game streams either early in the morning when I'm basically a zombie, or in the evening, sort of late. Well, before, I don't know, late afternoon, early evening, do gaming streams. I think that's probably might be the way of doing it, because like it would sort of tick all the boxes. I'm not completely ruling out gaming mini painting streams, but I just have to focus on trying to grow this channel rather than anything. You know, I don't know. Anyway, hold on. Let me. So there was this post back in before I'm getting sidetracked. I've got to go back here quickly, and then we're going to get to the painting bit. There'll be no stripping of me. Hey, I mean, one can only do one's best. One can only do one's best. Okay, so specifically Etsy states in there, I don't... Items produced using computerized tools, yada yada yada. These items must be produced on a seller's original design, and they're often personalized or customized. Okay, so it does seem that Etsy sellers who offer 3D printed models directly printed from a digital file purchased from a designer offering a commercial license no longer qualified to sell those items on Etsy. Now, this is admittedly not on the Etsy webpage. If and when this policy is enforced, some Etsy shops will be permanently suspended. So I need to double check on that. I need to go back and double check because I've genuinely, like, since then I've concentrated on eBay and my own shop, which is knocking around somewhere. I've been trying to juggle so much other stuff as well. It's not actually been a major concern really, but you know, it's another way of trying to earn some money in one's life, and Etsy doing that might not have been the greatest maneuver. I'm just trying to find it. Just trying to find it actually on Etsy's webpage, you know, directly from the horse's mouth rather than, you know, another website and then via my mouth. 20 quid is 20 quid. Not without it, exactly, JD. I mean, you know, 20 quid, literally 20 quid is 20 quid. And one can't sniff at that. Well, I'm still selling on Etsy. But I let all my things basically expire, and I'll just have to. So I'm just trying to find the web page, the direct web page, rather than just like all the Google results, because it is incredibly frustrating. Yeah, I mean, Ogreforged Miniatures. I think I still see loads of other people doing it, so I don't want to be. Doom and gloom about it, but it just might be something to be aware of. Frankly, I hope they go the other way on it, because it is very frustrating to say the least. Etsy trying to crack down on resellers, basically. Yeah. Etsy changed into a dropship site. 100% it's shit. Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know. I am. Because I do remember the good old days of Etsy being sort of like literally handmade stuff by weird people all over the world, and you could get sort of a lot of you know, genuinely original things and stuff like that. And then I started. I'm not saying I broke. I'm not saying I'm to blame for Etsy's thing. I did start selling stuff as well. Many other people were already selling 3D prints by then, and that was good. And then I noticed like a lot of what are they called? Fidget thingies, and those like dragon things. Those dragon things. The 3D printed dragon lizard in multicolor things. I don't know. All my fault? Yeah. Literally all my fault. I've got relatively, well, I've not got massively broad shoulders, but they're broad enough for this particular situation. I will take some of the blame. I suppose I have to take some of the blame. But, hey, listen. Trying to live. Just trying to live. People reselling cheap stuff? Oh, really? See, I didn't know they did that, Ragnar. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Etsy did? Yeah, I mean, Etsy still does have cool stuff, don't get me wrong. I mean, I was looking at some cool stuff just the other day. Just the other day. They do have a lot of handmade things. They've got, you know, pottery bits and pieces, you know, tea cups and teapots. Jewellery. I wasn't looking at jewellery, but I'm actually just scrolling down and I see jewellery right now. I'm not going to scroll too far in case there's an accidental schlong or something. I don't know. I don't know if there's a not safe for work part of Etsy, but there might be. And I'm concerned. I'm concerned that something accidentally will just sort of... So this is what I was looking at. Like decals, decals. Round and oval bases, those are not handmade. 3D resin cast things, stuff like that. I don't know what that is. That's quite cool, actually. Whatever this is. So looking at teapots and stuff like that, it's pretty cool. Oh God, it's Crimbo time. It's rapidly approaching, ladies and jelly spoons. Are you prepared? I know it's November and people in America will have Thanksgiving to deal with first. However, Christmas is just around the corner. Yeah, see, a lot of this stuff is very cool stuff, handmade, and this is all computer stuff people have done. That I was looking at tarting up. I was looking at tarting up the stream a little bit because it's a new month, almost going into a new year, and I was thinking, oh, maybe we need like bring adventures back to chat, trying to get chat. You know, chatting, because Twitch not liking lurkers. So I was basically trying to think of stuff to do that would get people chatting, or you know, just typing once in a while or something. You say dragon things like you know what you mean? Yeah. Because like I know I don't even want to Google it or sort of look at it on Etsy, truth be told, because I don't want this page riddled with riddled with those bloody things. It's not for me. It's not for me. I bought some Viking. I read that. I bought some Viking women, woven. Ribbon stuff from your tunic, really nice stuff. Like a lot of that. I mean, I've used Etsy in the past because, like, as talented as we all are, ladies and jelly spoons, there are some things we just can't do, or we don't have time to do. And then going to places like Etsy, etc., to get that thing done for you, it's a great thing. Get them more involved. Yes, exactly. I'd have to run words on stream during ad breaks. Yes, I could figure out that. No, I've been to the post office, Ogreforge. Go for it. Good luck. Good luck. Anyway, so what page am I on? This page. So we have this guy. The lighting is not so great. Nope, that's even worse. So we are working on this little knight. So he is currently steel. And then I did a gloss wash of... For once I used a wash of gloss Nuln Oil. And then I did a wash of thinned down this paint. Talisar Dubry Firkins. Talisar Blue. And that has given us a bit of a blue tint to it. It's probably a little bit too strong, truth be told. But we still need to shade in a lot of these areas, which are going to be in the shadow. With some... maybe Griffcharger Grey, thinned down Griffcharger Grey, or maybe a smidgen of thinned down Black Templar. In the shadows, just to increase the shadows. So we got some difference between, you know, the shiny bit and the shadowy bits. Under this cloak, like I want to personally see basically where the reflection is right now. I would like that, and then everything else being pretty bloody dark. So we will be shading in those areas. I do need to tart this area, folks. I have to be brutally honest with you. And I've basically done something I despise doing, and that is saying, gotta be honest. I purchased a paint that I've not purchased before. I didn't really realise it existed. Hope this is the right one. I call this black. I finally have it in my drawers. It's a very dark grey. It's almost black, but it's not quite. It gives us a little bit of room to shade into, to add a little bit more darkness. No time to do, like, painting minis. Looks like Minas Tirith. Hold on, what looks... Oh! What, the Knights? Yeah, this is a commission. I need to make sure I'm taking pictures as I go along. So the general plan of it is, I mean, he's obviously got a lot of metal on him. So rather than just dry, you know, slapping on paint, slapping on a wash and then dry brushing him silly, we trying to add a little bit more interest. And because he is so metallic, trying to make things a little bit more interesting, because otherwise it would be slightly... I don't know. You know, it's a bit too similar. So we got the metal going on. We're going to have a gold hilt. Sorry, pommel. Gold hilt. We're going to have a jewel there. I need to double check what colour we're going with there. The outside of the shield is going to be black, which is why I've, you know, been a bit sloppy with it, to be honest. We've got to paint all of this. Sorry, not the outside. The thing that this bird is on is going to be black. But so this bird we are going to be painting first, and the shield framing or whatever it's called. I don't know. I think some areas of this bird are going to be brighter than others. He has... I don't entirely know. I think these two outer bits are feet. No, those are tail feathers. Hold on. Thank you, Lucian. It's been a bit of a struggle to sort of... Plus, it's like slightly smaller. Like this is more like a 28mm, because I'm getting slightly used to painting like 32mm minis. So I had a bit of a struggle here and there with it, but trying to add a little bit of something in there to make it a little less, you know, add a little bit more visual interest. We are going to add some rust as well, by the way. So that's tail. Tail. I think this bit here, like a two legs. Like that's the kneecap there, and then it's crossing over. So he's got his kneecaps, and his legs are sort of... If this is the bird's butt, his legs are sort of... I can't do it. Damn it. His legs are sort of like crossed over when it's got kneecaps. Right. There. So I'm thinking maybe we can do the legs gold. And I was thinking about maybe trying to do a gold beak or something as well. Just trying to add a little bit of something. Because, like, you have birds with yellow legs, don't you? I'm thinking of... Oh, God. The crow? No, not crows. Blackbirds, maybe. Swans, maybe. Seagulls, potentially. They all have yellow legs or orange legs or something and big old beaks. So I reckon there's a little bit of room to add a little bit more colour in there. The request has been steel, but I reckon there's a little bit of room for variations in brightness and reflectiveness on the steel birdie bits. So that's what we're going to do right now. Anyway, I'm going to drink some coffee because I'm now parched. And then we're going to see what's what. But tell me about yourselves. Oof. I have added new stuff to my shop as well. I need to figure out a way of attempting to integrating that into the stream somehow. I know the bots can basically do alerts if people purchase on stream, so it would be nice if I could figure out a way of doing that. But we have added. I need to have a bit of a rifle through. There's our PG, by the way. There's our absolutely 100% PG. You'll see people on Twitch wearing less. So just so you know, Twitch, you cannot boot me for that. You're 6'2" and bloody good looking. Tell me something I didn't know though, Lean Machine. So I have added. I'll show you what I've added recently. In fact, new to old. I need to go through and change like the featured collection bit. So we have added a whole load of bats and things. We added some. I thought I'd added the skeletons earlier, but I put them under the wrong category or something. So we got more skellies. We got zombles. We got Transylvanian zombles. Very nice. We've got some feral elves. If you like your tree elves and stuff like that. And then we've got those 2 girls. 3 girls. Gale as well. And we've got some high elves on dragons and birds and things. This month from Highland Miniatures, we're having sort of angry, naughty dwarves. If you get what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. You want to bet? What do I want to bet? I personally don't like betting, so I'm not into gambling. So I got a variety of sun paints. I thought I had another one. It's gone AWOL. I had another silver paint or something, and it's gone AWOL. I had another silvery, not this one. It wasn't Iron Hands steel. Ah, I found it. Silver Host. Whatever this one is, Stormhost Silver. I found it. Okay, good. Goody gumdrops. I need to sneeze. Where's my handkerchief? Okay, apologies. Right, so we've got... I started off with Vallejo Metal Colour Steel. It's a very good colour. Very good colour. God, I need to take my jumper off. It's boiling in here. It's the computer. Okie dokie. So, as I said, steel. What I need to do, we're going to, first things first, we're going to get the Null Oil gloss out. We will add some rust to it as well later. But I wanted to get all of that done at the same time. We got the Griff Charger Grey for the body as well. So I've got all the colours that I need here, hopefully. Null gloss. Not massively keen on this paint, but it does the job we need. So okay. Let's get the brush wet first before we use it. Okay. Okay. It's not really going to make a huge amount of difference, truth be told, on this little bird thing. However, it will get us started. It's going to clean that glossy bit up. Even though we're going to satin varnish this later. So what I have realised over the weekend is I need to go over my website, check I'm gonna have to check. I want to change up the commission form a little bit, or add a follow-up commission for more detail, just to confirm things and stuff like that. I think that needs to be done. Going to wait a little bit for that to dry. Clean the brush in the meantime. And we have some stuff on the Warhammer. While I wait for that to paint, the Warhammer webpage of Doom. Let's refresh the page again. We can have a quick look while we wait for that to dry. Right here. So we will look at next week's stuff in a bit. We've got the Warhammer. What is this? Warhammer preview. It's the last big preview event of 2025. It's covering a wide range of systems. I should have already taken this picture and removed Age of Sigmar and put in more time. That's what I should have really done. I dropped the ball on that though. So this is preview stuff. 7th of November. I'm just not. It's not a massive thing. I'm just not massively sold on it, dude. I should have actually. What I really should have done, removed Warhammer Quest and put more time at the top, front and center. That's what I should have done. By the way, tomorrow's stream is probably not happening. It's my dad's birthday, so I got to get down to my dad's house, have lunch, then go and have tea and stuff with him as well, and then gonna go and have supper over at my brother's house. So I won't be back till. Thankfully, this is the one time like I'm happy at the time. They eat ridiculously early in the day. It boggles my brain. But so we'll be back at 8. And so yeah, as a result, no stream. I'm getting a bit Mount Chili Manjaro. Wait, what? Manjaro? Anyway, so this is Friday and Saturday. This event. Why are they having it so late? World Championships. Where's this being held? Oh, it's in Atlanta. Figures. That's fair enough then. That's fair enough. I was looking going, it's ridiculously late. Zero interest in that. We got the cleansing blade. What's up, you slag? How you doing, Gabba? How you doing? Happy Monday to you. Did you have a good weekend? Did you dress up? I hope so as well. I hope he has a lovely day. He's turning 83 tomorrow. Not in the best of health. I mean, he's not in the best of health. But hopefully he will have a lovely day. World play on Kilimanjaro? Oh. Sorry, dudes. I apologise. You dress up every weekend? What do you mean? Hey, listen. I'm not talking about dressing up like a hussy, Gabba. Or am I? Maybe I am. Who knows? Did you get any painting done this weekend? We're just waiting for paint to dry, so I thought we'd have a look at the Warhammer page. Yeah, so I'm not live tomorrow, at least not painting. It depends sort of really how I'm feeling when I get back. It's not far away. It's down actually near Gabba, or his neck of the woods at least. May end up doing a game stream potentially, but I don't know. We might just have to try and make up for it sometime this week. Played too many games. Oh no. Oh no. Hey dude, you gotta kick back and you gotta play the games. I am somewhat considering. I'm just looking at the channel growth. Honestly, Gather, it's just follows and stuff like that. It's flat as a pancake. So I just thought maybe just do game streams at some other time and have unlockable painting streams if we hit sub goals and stuff like that, because then that'll give me the entire day to work on commissions and record stuff for YouTube, and then maybe at the weekends or in the evenings stream a game for a few hours, and then at least I can get all the box ticked, all that sort of stuff. Oh, it's absolutely annihilated. It's absolutely annihilated viewership. Yeah. Like lurkers, Twitch don't think lurkers are real people. All right, let me tell you something. If you're a lurker in my stream, I know you're a real person. All right, so thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Twitch doesn't appreciate you. I do though. I do. What I do, I think I have added a sort of a points redeem thing for like a check-in. I don't think I've sort of implemented anything with it yet, but I can tie that in with the bot, and hopefully if I can seduce people into tickling that once or twice a stream, then that will be a good thing. And I was thinking about bringing back the dreaded, word game, like in chat adventures and all that bollocks that we had in the good old days. What about stalkers? What is? Hold on. What this preview thumbnail? They're in an aeroplane, full of gifts, but not more time. Absolutely terrible. Hey, there we go. See, Lucian, that's worked. I think we've all done. I think I wasn't even. Yeah, I don't know how long or how often Twitch look at a viewer's sort of state, if they're lurking or active, etc. Like, I don't know if that needs to be a multiple thing, like once an hour or once every 2 hours or something needs to be done. But the plan is to basically use that and then have like attach that to the bot, so it's, does something to, I don't know, does something on the screen at least. I think the Warhammer Quest stuff is looking slightly better. The Manticore Knight, I'm going to have to go and have a look at it because I think I've completely missed it, Honoured First. This is... When was this? From the 8th of November. Okay, folks, on the 8th of November, I might get a Chaos Dwarf for us to paint. We can say we're an official collector of Chaos Dwarfs. I think I completely missed out on... hold on. We just clicked on that. Where is it? This one. Warhammer Quest. Is there a way to... Where have we... I do apologise. Where have we missed it? Is it this geezer right here? This guy. No. Who's this? She's a renegade saint. Have we seen the geezer yet? This bloke? We have, right? He looks a bit weird. Where have we... Hold on, where have we seen him? You like the Chaos Dwarf stuff? Honoured First? Hold on, where have we seen this guy? I just had my cursor on the article. Sorry, I'm feeling really stupid at the moment now. This one? Am I absolutely losing my mind? That's the dwarf, right? I just want to click on... Oh my god, I'm... The thing is, I know how irritating this is for people. Oh! Found it. I know how irritating that is for people on the other side, like viewers. When you can see something and they're just completely oblivious to... You're like, yo, it's right there. Hey, Gabba, I'm farming that interaction. I'm farming it. I've broken out my hose. We're doing all the farming. Twitch interaction. I've got to learn from the pros. There's some... I think the issue I've had with this is maybe the angle the photo's been taken from. There's something about it which just doesn't look right to me. And I can't figure out what it is. I need to see another angle. Because I know he's got his shoulders slightly, you know, he's like twisted a little bit. But he doesn't look... There's not much width there. There's not much, you know, width. If you know what I mean. The marketing images, they really are bad, aren't they? They don't do themselves any favours, do they? With some of the images. And quite often, like, you see the picture and then, like, you see another angle and it's like, why didn't they lead with that angle? That looks so much better from there. I know he's looking at us directly and going, hello there. Let me show you my big chopper. Anyway, listen. I think I've basically decided that this is probably not for me, and that's okay. I'm alright with that. This looks like he's straight out of frickin' World of Warcraft or some bollocks like that, though. Well, I know. Anyway. 50 years of White Dwarf history. Although, to be fair, some models are difficult to do. Like that World Claimer chap from the Black Legion. Yeah, true. Yeah, tell me about it. Harken World Claimer. Do you mean this geezer? Do you mean this guy? Or is there another one that I've just missed out on? I really like, by the way, I like how I painted the skin on this guy. I need to paint some skin, folks. I don't know how much longer, like, obviously we are painting commissions, but I do need to paint some of my own stuff on stream again. So I've got a big old guo over there that needs stripping and repainting. Yeah, this guy's not easy to What just happened? He was pinned in. That was pinned in as well. That is very weird. That was pinned. Do you see the pin? No, you don't. Of course you don't. There, it's not on camera. Okay. Yay. Okay. Well, that's going to be interesting. Ladies and jelly spoons. I'm going to have to fix that off camera when I'm less stressed. Anyway, like I said, that mini, it's not easy to take a photo of, or just handle in general, apparently, because he'll just fall apart. Where were we? We were looking at 50 years of Games Workshop, and so it begins. Darkest London, a trio of wizards. Was this where was this book? Where was this shop? Shepherd's Bush. I was sharing a flat in Shepherd's Bush with 2 school friends. In Hammersmith. Hammersmith, I think, right? On the first date. When I picked it up, I thought I felt something move. I was like, that doesn't feel 100% right. And I thought maybe like there was a bit of flex on it. And then I realized there was a bit too much flex and I saw it snap. I was like, oh. Oh, bugger. So yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. Oh, I wish. I need to get my hands on 2nd edition. I need to get my hands on this. It's ridiculous. I don't know what happened. I thought I saw it today and it was a box of bloody Subutio in the attic. And I thought, well, there's a box of Subutio lurking around. Maybe there's hope. But I do want to get this again. Maybe we'll just scrap the Krieg army goal. 2nd edition was a good time. 2nd edition was best time, definitely. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just remember playing against my brother, so that game. My middle brother wasn't really into, you know, mini painting and minis in general. So my youngest brother, though, he was for a little bit. So that's the 50th anniversary. I think I got a 3rd edition Dark Angels Codex, but that's your oldest stuff. I don't know. The thing I liked about the olden times, the good old days, before the Dark Lord, etc., etc. But I just liked all the lore shoved in the books. Also, I just liked all the pictures, truth be. I just like the pictures. I remember blasting the Orc Dreadnought's leg off and making it topple backwards onto your brother's Orc. Good old crack missile. One of the few times he actually works. In the before times, yeah. In the before times. Back when, I don't know. Things can get better. Things can get better. DA being Plasma Maniacs. Yeah. And still are. Yeah, they lost all their feathers, though. They lost all their tickling feathers. So this is a Sunday preview for this Saturday, by the way. Stealth specialist. So we got some Tau Dead... Kill Team Dead Silence, excuse me. So it's an expansion to the Kill Team box set. I don't know what sort of price we're looking at. I mean... Look how many miniatures we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know if we're counting these drones as miniatures, but 13, 14 if you count this thing, this token as, and some transfers, some tokens, thin thing of rules, I assume. I don't know how much they're going to be charging for this. I would like the scouts, the wolf scouts. I would like those from this box set. That is it, really. And I suppose the transfers as well. Not really into Tau. I wish I was, so that I could buy this box set and not worry. Plus the Phobos Rune Priest is nice. Yeah. I like the Wolf Scouts, and I would like to get them. The Phobos Rune Priest Skeezer is pretty cool, actually, yeah. I heard something about it, but I'm not sure. I didn't bother reading on it. I didn't really bother reading up on it. So I like... Here's his skull cap on his bonce. For the sneaky space wizard. Wait, hold on. Wait. These are geezers in Phobos armor. They're not scouts. They're not scouts as we know and love them. They're just are they Marines in Phobos armor? Is that the deal? I hadn't actually clicked. I thought, because like, okay. When I look, let me tell you something. When I look at scouts, I look at this guy. Look at his eyes, by the way. Look at his eyes. Look and be wary. He has got you all. This is an old Ultramarine scout that I had, that I painted long time ago. With flesh wash. I just hosed him down with it. So, Latius, how you doing? They're Scout Jim, but not as we know it. Yeah, they're Phobos. Damn it. What is... Well, I'm not entirely sure, Ragnar. I didn't... Hold on. We do know what the Scout armor is for Primaris, because they have Scouts already. Don't they? Hold on. Is it really Phobos? Bloody hell. That's a load of bollocks. That's... They got their legs out. Hold on, sorry, my bad. So these are Kill Team Scout Squad. They got their legs out. They're wearing trousers. And they got, look, torso armor. Now, I don't know this, admittedly, I don't know. I haven't really bothered with the Phobos much. So I don't really... Is this Phobos armor where they got actual fabric legs? Fabric legs! I mean, Space Wolves don't have scouts like normal chapters, so it makes sense. They wouldn't be in novitiate armor. I used to have some Space Wolf scouts, and they had like weird quilted leggings. I think. I feel like these old school scouts heads were way too forward. I know what you mean. I think it's like their backpack thing up there. It looks like it was shoving their shoulders forward or something. I see what you mean. Although scouts are actual scouts. Yeah, exactly. So these are scouts. But also, they have other scouts. They're like new scouts as well. What's up, RJ? How's it going? Happy Monday to you. No, it's not. It's not, because we're waiting for paint to dry. So I thought we'd have a look at this stuff. The upcoming Space Growlers versus Tau. So Space Wolf Scouts have proper armor and Phobos, whereas regular Scouts just have a bit of armor and trousers. Space Furries, yeah. Space Growlers. I am tempted. I'm going to probably have to wait until they come out separately. Space Wolves just chuck initiate Marines in at the deep end and sink or swim, as it should be, admittedly. As it should be. It should be like another chunk of training. Although I guess the other chapters are sort of like, well, we've got them this far. Let's wait a little bit. Let's give them a little bit more training. And then they can start earning their place at the table. Anyway, so this is coming out this weekend. Along with Deathwatch Kill Team separately. I like this one because there are a bunch of different random shoulder pads in it, but whatever. Canoptic Circle Kill Team as well. Nice, I guess. Some cards. Tomb World. So they are splitting that Kill Team box set up into bits. So you will end up, if you want everything and you missed out on it, you can get it, but it will cost you more. Obviously. Some officially licensed bollocks. Some baubles. Some officially licensed tat. Seriously. GW need to license dragons to a company called Bad Dragon. And they can have the crossover that no one asked for. What the hell is this thing? Get socks? What is this thing? Oh, it's a mouse pad? Oh god, some horrific mega hoodie. I don't know what a mega hoodie is. But okay. It's absolutely huge. Extremely comfy. Ninja Finger. Thank you so much for the 83 months. Absolute wild man. Thank you so much, dude. How are you? Happy Monday to you. Did you do anything for Halloween? Did you do anything for Halloween? At all? Or were the kids out and you had silence? Archmagos. Some books. There was a book Gabba probably would like. There's an illustrated and annotated edition of Eisenhorn Hereticus. This one could go. I don't know, man. And then there's a Harrow Master. If you like those weird snake legions. Twice Dead King Omnibus. And then a bunch of Warhammer Plus bollocks. So that's that. I mean, there's quite a lot coming up this Saturday. I think I'm going to hold fire and just wait for these guys on their own, even if it'll cost more money. But that is basically that. Was there anything else which happened since Saturday? No. What's up, Power Wolf? How you doing, dude? Happy Monday to you. Did you have a good weekend? What's the best platform to contact you on, as I possibly have something? I can give you my email address. Ninja Finger. If you fancy. Or there is, I mean, are you on Discord? I'm in bloody streamer mode, so I can't actually tell if oh, bloody hell, that was a blast from the past with that name. Jesus. Ragnar, no, listen, I just don't really look at Discord at the weekend. That's the problem. That's the problem. Eventually I might get back to it, you know. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe? Maybe not. Badger is contactable on the CCPN, the Central Carrier Pigeon Network. Yeah. Instagram is definitely not the place to contact me on. I completely ignore messages from there. Just because I wasn't massively... I kept getting spammed by, you know, people telling me about various, you know, various things that I didn't need to know. And right... Hey, listen, I was only asking if we were friends on Discord. I was only asking, okay? It was just a question. Your extended, yeah, or like hot local women, you know, that sort of crap, or you know, check out my page, and it's just a bunch of, you know, unclothed people or other extent. Yeah, basically, it's basically smut. Now, normally, I don't care about that stuff. I'll happily look at it. However, not on my professional Instagram page. I don't want any of that crap going on. I do have a website, yes. I do have a website. Yeah. I should really remember my own website, shouldn't I? I need to update that picture. Damn it! I need more words there. That's a newsletter. Do I have a link here? Contact. Please don't be a picture of boobs. Customer service email. There you go. Ninja Finger. There is an entire page with contact options, and it's probably all utter dribble. But yeah, I'll slap that into chat. Hold on, if I can figure out where we are. If being the operative word. What on earth are you doing? It's a rumor. Listen, I'm going to put that rumor to rest. All right. All right, Honoured First, you have a lovely afternoon, evening. We're actually into the evening now. All right. Do you have to remind me? Yeah, well, you always got to remind. Look, I don't know if it's the epilepsy, but my memory is absolutely terrible. I do not have a good memory. I don't know if it's the epilepsy, constantly having seizures and cracking my head off bits of furniture, and stuff like that. But my memory is really not great. I hate that fact. I wish it was better, but it's unfortunately I just have to live with it. And I know that's sounding like an excuse, because it is an excuse. That's why I like things written down, so at least I can forget about it elsewhere. Of course they're still accurate. Deathly accurate. There's nothing but absolute accuracy on my webpage. It's absolutely... Yes, it is accurate. Because I just logged into that email address for the first time in months. Do you have children? No. No, I don't. See, the problem is, as soon as I start putting my details out there, I've got spam from Mario, Jessica, Rhett, Jay, Jacob, Tracy in my emails being like, let's discuss how to improve your website's Google rankings. I'm like, damn it. I don't have children. The problem is, like, I don't really know if I'd want my kids to have this. Plus, the world as it is now, it's a virulent cesspool as well. I have a secret website where he rates wood. Yeah, I do actually. I do. Not that sort of wood, you filthy rascals. 1 to 69, true law. Badger has plastic children. I do. I have plastic children, and I'm very happy with them. These all, well, exactly. This is why I don't look at really many social media contact messages, like Instagram and things like that. It all seems to be spam or scams. Yeah, I mean, both of my brothers have kids. Like, so I have my middle brother has a daughter, and my youngest brother has a daughter and a son. So I've got nieces and a nephew to irritate and get hooked onto Warhammer. You know, Discord. Okay, Ninja, hold on. Look at this, live and on air. Oh, I see it. I'm missing. See, I looked at my recent friend requests, and like half of them were all spam. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is why I hate streamer mode. It's disabled streamer mode, so I can read. Ah, there you are, folks. Oh, Powerwolf, I see you there as well. There we go. Hey, look at it. Beautiful. Live and on air interaction. Ah, oh, what a time to be alive. Hot single pose miniatures. Hey, listen, Powerwolf. I like those multi-pose. I like that flexibility. That single pose action doesn't interest me. I see where you're going with that. Oh, okay. Bloody hell, Ninja. I'll wave back at you. Bloody hell. Okay, I'll have to ponder that tonight. I'll get back to you on that. Honestly, that's the thing when it comes to printing. I'm not massively sure when it comes to printing how much to charge. Vague. Like when it comes to custom things, miniatures are one thing. But I do have my printers, and they're currently not printing, so it seems like a good option to do. I wish they just released the classic 2000 late 90s dwarves again. It would be good. It would be good, but they want you to get the new hot dwarves, not the fiery magma dwarves that they have. But other dwarves. Right, what the hell was I doing? We got the steel done. Null is done. Let's get a wiggle on. Ladies and jelly sweens, we're going to break out some iron breaker. Yeah, all right, Ninja. If you can do that, that would be a great help. And obviously, if I'm able to help, I would really like to. So. Onwards and upwards. Now I said... Actually, RJ, you're here, so I can ask you a question. Now, the bit I'm painting right now is I think it's a weird tail feather. But this bit here... God damn it. Do you see... Hold on, where are we? So this is its torso? This thing here... Like, there's like a bit there... And a thing with, like, that to me looks like legs. To me, it looks like two legs were crossed over. Like this leg, and then like that. Yeah? Am I here? I don't know. Only you can tell. Yeah. So my question to you was, I know you said you wanted this to be all steel, but there is a lot of steel already going on with this guy. Would you like... What I've already thought of is use different types of steel and metal. But would you like maybe the lower legs, the leg bits, looking yellow, gold, and maybe the beak? Not that there's much of a beak, but there is a beak technically. So I know there are birds out there which have like yellow lower leg bits. Are you sure? I don't want to say this is what you should do. It's your miniature after all. It just sort of was in my brain as something to suggest. So would you like the legs gold? What about the beak? Would you like that gold as well, or are you happy with it as it is? I want me to say legs gold, beak gold. Rock on. Okay. That was what I was thinking, but I just wanted to double check. And I think for the wings, I'm going to go with a slightly brighter steel colour. But the body will be a bit darker, and then the wings will be brighter. Because there is a lot of steel going on. Now, I know I haven't brought in any little rust bits yet, and I would like to add some shading, for example, underneath the cloak where there is no shading. Where there is shadow, I will shade in as well. Avian, what's up, dude? Happy Monday. I'll establish the true number of ride. Okay, Ninja, that would really help. I will definitely look at that tonight. I've been trying to wiggly eyebrows in my own way by most of my purchases being old Grognard stuff from the old world. Powerwolf, seriously, wiggly eyebrows. The amount of times it's worked for me, quite tremendous, in fact. Quite tremendous. The amount of times someone's just looked at me and gone, what are you doing? It's also been quite... Lurking and not twerking, I appreciate you, Avian. But it's a standard model from the Hero Forge. Had to buy another copy of Burrows and Badger's second edition. A certain someone ruined your first copy with juice. I don't know if I want to even interrogate further beyond that. You didn't pay for it at least? It won't be removed from the Book of Grudges, however. No. Well, you got to keep that grudge going forever. No, I know, RJ, but even though you've said that, even though you have said that, I do... I still want to double check. Because sometimes the ideas I have turn out to be utter shit. I know, it's crazy. It's hard to believe. But for example, I'll show you one I'm personally not happy with. Like this artillery piece right here I started painting. It's to go with my blue and red guy over there. This guy, who I really like. I really like how this guy turned out. We painted him relatively quickly. And I was thinking to myself, well, he needs some artillery next to him for some reason. And I'm just really not happy with this. I think I've made an absolutely terrible decision. I think painting the gun shield blue or red would have been a good move, but I think the breach. No, hold on. Oh, what breach block? Whatever this bit of the gun is called. Blue was a bad mistake. It looks a bit too weird. Like I like the idea of it, but the reality of it is always, you know, a bit hit and miss sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have something in your mind and you think it's a great idea, and then just the reality of it bubbles into reality, and then it's like, that was that was not the right idea. Check in with you, give me suggestions. Yeah, I like the, because I was really happy with how he turned out, and I was thinking I really like the blue and red, but it's just, I think when I go back, if I go back to paint that miniature, and I want to continue that scheme, I think I need to figure out a way of, like, keep the gun shield probably coloured, and then just have it as a great big lump of steel. I mean, or whatever it's made from. Maybe with brass fittings and stuff, but it's a functional piece rather than in their reality it would have been a functional piece rather than some pretty thing. All right, dude, thank you so much for inquiring. I will have a look, and I would love to help, but I will let you know either way, definitely tomorrow, because I don't want to waste your time. Have a great evening. Get that meeting done. Sorry, I've just got to neck this coffee now. Delicious. Tastes of chicken. It doesn't taste of chicken. Chicken. Boop. Lucian, what's the plan for you today? Okie dokie. Let us continue. So, you know, I ordered something from Amazon over the weekend, and I forgot to add to it a pad of paper, or some sort of like painting paper. Some painting paper to practice freehanding on. I completely forgot. It was in my brain. It was in my brain. I was thinking to myself, Jolyon, you're going to bloody well order a thing so you can finally start scribbling and painting freehand. And I never did. Chickened out. I didn't chicken out, I just completely forgot. I will be remedying that sometime this century. Check your Discord message. I got auxiliary. Oh, bloody hell, I'm getting all the Discord messages. I shan't. Okay, do I? You enjoy that. You enjoy some Warpforge action, dude. Kill everyone. Kill absolutely everyone in game. Take no prisoners. Unless you can get them, like, for money. Like a ransom, that's the word I was looking for. 104%, exactly. I thought that would impress you. I thought I'd better try and do a few minutes of absolute concentration. Just to prove that I can actually do it. It's not all just chit chat. It is actual. Swear to God, like when I'm not streaming, I can actually paint for a decent amount of time before getting sidetracked. I just literally have to blame my beloved people chatting to me in my Twitch chat. I've got to just literally blame you. But then again, I also say I do actually request people chat, because Twitch's new algorithm, or whatever they're doing to stop bot viewers, is also bonking like lurkers, which is a terrible thing. Sometimes paint is applied. Listen, paint is always applied. It's just when. It's just when, and do you have the patience to wait? That is the real question. A lot of people don't have the stamina. They don't have the stamina to wait as long as is needed for it to actually happen. Isn't it about chat? It is. Yeah, it really is, unfortunately. Because like in the... Oh God, I'm not even painting on camera. And that's, you know, as I said earlier, it's okay if you're a massive streamer with... I say a massive streamer. I was going to say 1,000 viewers. I mean, I don't think in the scheme of Twitch, that's not like a massive view. It is a massive viewership, but you do see streamers of 10 or 20 or 30,000 or more, whatever. Those are massive streamers, but like even small streamers, micro streamers, like myself, it definitely hurts, especially if one wants to even consider going towards Twitch partnership. Now, I've basically given up on that. I'll still never say never, but I can't see it happening. I'd love to be proved wrong, but I just don't really see it happening. Nobody I know is more patient than you. I used to drive a tanker lorry around West Europe. Once had to wait 3 days before I could unload at a Cargill in France. Bloody hell. Why do you have to wait 3 days? Were they on strike or something? But the gatekeeper bought me fresh croissant from the baker. Oh, that's why you were there for 3 days. You're like, woo! Fresh croissant every morning? Oh God. Don't. There's no rush. There's no rush. Hold on. It's all right. And you had your Switch. Oh, that's stock. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. That's fair. You couldn't unload yet. Yeah. Well, that's fair enough. I mean, it's obviously I don't know how that sort of stuff works out. I mean, I assume it's... I've never really thought how those sorts of things are planned out. Like, I always, in my brain, it was always like, you just ring up the stockist to be like, yo, we're getting down to the half full or something. We need a lorry. We need a tanker within the next 3 days. Thank you very much. I never really considered that. I assume it's not it's not as easy to sort of, you can't just, they're sort of planned weeks or maybe months in advance, these sorts of things. Oof. Okay, so Runefang Steel. Now I've got the torso. I'm gonna leave the torso and the neck for a little bit longer. In fact, I just want to get this color on the wings. I want to get the wings done. Really, truth be told, it's often planned and scheduled by the office depending on what they plan to produce. They can buy like a. Oh really? Oh okay, a month in advance. Yeah, and then France is not exactly a small country as well, so. Routes and all that kind of stuff, I'd imagine, need planning to make things cost effective. I don't know. Like my dad used to drive around. He's driven all over, really, like South America, and he used to do trips. So he used to do trips around South America from London, and then he used to do, well, he used to do trips around South America, but and then he also used to do trips from London to basically. To India, in an old army trucks, back in the 70s when things were, you know, probably ideal to be doing that. Sometimes, but logistic planning doesn't take that long. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. Yeah. So I was just thinking about that actually. So I think I'm not quite sure how they did the South American trip. I assume they just had the lorries already out there, shipped them out ages before, and just used those all the time. And then, so I guess they met the people. I don't know. I have to ask him tomorrow. So I'm not streaming tomorrow, by the way. It's my dad's birthday, so I'll have to interrogate him tomorrow. Hopefully, he still remembers how those South American trips worked. But he used to do London to sort of Afghanistan, London to India. I think he also did Africa as well, to some degree. Back then. Where's this paint gone? Here we go. Stormhost Silver. Ask him about trucking from then, and I'll tell him you're making a mini for a crane lorry drop. Yeah, I know. I mean, my dad was in the army for a bit as well. So I mean, my dad's done a whole load of jobs. Like he was in the army. He worked in the city of London. For a bit, and then he did, you know, traveling around, basically tourist trips around the world, and then ended up restoring antique furniture for a living. So I mean, I don't know. I think he's not sort of. I don't think he quite understands the streaming aspect of it. He knows I've always liked painting miniatures and stuff like that, though, so he's got a bit of an idea. don't know, but both my brothers, like my middle brother is has his own sort of law firm. And my youngest brother, he's a mechanical engineer. And then I'm just painting toy soldiers. It's like, so I haven't forgotten the center part of this thing. I just really wanted to get the bright wings. You know, I was thinking the torso and the leg. The torso is going to be a bit darker, and maybe the head as well. Living a life, yeah. Well, exactly, Gabba. Living the life. Oh. Gotta say, I'm liking painting. So I've not actually. I've been aware of Hero Forge for a while, and I have gone on their website a few times. And I was slight. Excuse me. I was slightly. I'm gonna use the word trepidatious. Yes, that's the word. I've not painted the back of this bugger. I was slightly trepidatious about painting this because when I last looked at Hero Forge, it wasn't. Their mini wasn't. Didn't really have the sharpest of details. So. A bit nervous, but I've actually enjoyed painting this a lot more than I was initially expecting to. I'm glad I'm useful to someone. I'm glad I'm useful to someone. Yeah. I mean, my youngest brother, the mechanical engineer, he does a lot of 3D printing in his job. In fact, he has his company, well, not his company, but the company he works for, has basically used the same printers that I have right there. So we do have this, and he's also the one I used to play Warhammer with. So we do have quite a few chats about 3D printing and stuff like that. And I actually got him into, he did for a while do 3D printing on Etsy for cash money. He used to 3D print scenery and all that sort of stuff. This was a few years ago. And then, and then children appeared, and then he had to sort of reevaluate where his time went. I almost said he unfortunately had kids. That was not. I'm glad I didn't actually say that, because he does have very nice kids. They do have. Nice young whippersnappers. Do you know what he engineers? He does a lot of. God, he's changed. Oh God. Well, initially he did stuff for the MOD, and then he moved to a company which did lighting and stuff like that. And I think he's actually just started up in another place, which I'm gonna have to interrogate. I'm gonna see him tomorrow as well, so I'll irritate him and be like, "Yo, can you remind me what you do? Who are you working for?" But I think it's lighting. I think maybe that was the last job he was doing lighting stuff for. So Dixie, hello. What's cracking? Happy Monday. Happy November to you, the beginning of November. So sorry, RJ, I'm already distracted. I'm doing all right, thank you. I'm doing all right. How are you? How is your Monday? How was your weekend? Did you do Halloween? I don't do Halloween. I think I just killed zombies in 7 Days to Die. Yo, I did buy a game over the weekend called Vane, which is, I've seen some people describe it as a mix of 7 Days to Die and Project Zombicide. Zombie, what's it called? Project something or other. Project Zombie. I know that's not what it's called. Let me go to my library, because I have that game, I've just never played it yet. Project. Where are you? Why can I not find you in my... Eh? It's Project Zombicide, right? Sure. No. Zomboid. Wait, I thought I owned that. Yeah, I do have that game, Zomboid, yeah. Yeah, Vane. So there's a streamer I watch. Oh, not he does stream, but I watch his YouTube videos. Jeroodle is his name, and primarily because of I like watching him play 7 Days to Die, and I like that game a lot. I'm terrible at it, but I like it. And he started playing this game, and he's unfortunately made me buy it because it looks very good. It's Monday. Well, at least it's the arse end of Monday, and tomorrow will be Tuesday, and then that's basically Wednesday, and that's halfway through the week. And then it's Thursday, which is basically the end of the week in the scheme of things. I mean, no one really does any work on Friday. So we're almost there. It's almost there. So Dixie, okay? We are progressing rapidly. Use silver. Thankfully, these have balls in of some variety. I think they're glass. I'm not entirely sure. Balls. Yeah, because like these, I hadn't used this paint in a while. No, not this one. Oh, maybe it was this one. Basically, all the liquid up here was transparent, and you have to really shake this stuff because it's made for the airbrush. But I do like using it. There's airbrush colors. They've actually, yeah, they changed the labels. So it's made for the airbrush, so it separates very easily. The pigments are really nice and fine though, but it does need a damn good jiggle to help mixing. Yeah. So I do have. I also have 6mm glass BBs. BBs? Which I do occasionally remember to throw into a pot of paint when I'm... Like the GW pots of paint, I will occasionally plonk one into because God almighty, they're horrific. Or when I transfer those pots of paint into... So for example... If I move a GW pot of paint, just hypothetically this one, into a pipette, one of these things, you can see it separated. You can see the liquids up here, all the pigments and stuff is down there. But I do have one of those glass BBs in there, and it really does help mix everything up nicely. I was hoping it's purely for innuendo purposes. Trust me, if there's innuendo there, I will try and get that innuendo in there. If there's room for it, I will cram it in there, trust me. I'm still confused why it's a default option, on Sewer Vermin Assassins. Sewer... They're 32mm? Really? Really? That does seem strange. That does seem very strange indeed. Oh, on my website? Okay, so... Quick side segue. Quick segue, okay? These guys are modeled in 32mm scale. Okay? They are modeled in 32mm scale. However, I shrink them all down by to 93.5%-ish, or 93%, which is more of a 28mm scale. So that should be an option. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I started adding on sort of... I'm pretty sure I have added 28mm scale, like a, you know, Warhammer Fantasy scale option. Some may have... I might have neglected a few, unfortunately, which might need some attention. There is not... Yeah, so the option of 93... I need to make the 93% option clearer. The 93% option should be a bit closer to Warhammer Fantasy scale. I would like to point out I didn't distract him. Listen. It's alright. It's okay. So pick the 93%, basically Powerwolf, yeah. Basically. Right. I do want to... Because I can tie the bot into Shopify, apparently. I just found out yesterday. So I would like to tie the bot into the shop so that when someone purchases, they can be like, oh, someone's made a purchase. Or some, I don't know. It probably wouldn't say that, but I would have the option of, you know, a notification appearing. And maybe me making a stupid noise, although... I'd probably make that regardless. Okay, so we need to worry about the... Need to worry about the torso, because that's... got some kind of shiny wings going on there. Having a little bit of difference on the body would probably be a good thing. So we'll use slightly darker colours on those. Ow. Whoop! Thing I do dislike about these pots of paint is when you shake them, they do get a little bit I'm going to say effervescent, and make a little bit of a mess, which is slightly irksome. Okay, let us... Don't want to go too bright on these. I'm not going to be able to paint each individual sort of weird tufty thing. Who's ready for Christmas, by the way? I know it's the beginning of November. What's up, Itame? Itame, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. Itame, how you doing? I have pondered. Like, I was wondering, like, is it like a frilly thing? Up there. Or indeed a crown. I mean, it could well be a crown. Indeed, Itami. How you doing, dude? What's cracking? I'm going to just smush this in there. So, as I said, folks, I'm not streaming tomorrow. I've got my dad's birthday. Or, it's my dad's birthday, and I'm going to go there. I'm not quite sure when I'll be back. Because we're going to because my brother lives basically in the same neck of the woods. Same village. I'm going to have supper with my brother as well. And his... a nice little family supper. I don't know when I'm back. Late. Late for me. Well, not late for me. Late for this stream at least. Who's ready to be all alone during the holiday? Oh God. I don't know. They're I like the idea of, you know, the family gathering at Christmas. I like the idea of it a lot. However, the reality of it is it's bloody exhausting. It's bloody exhausting. However, it'll be good. Been busy working on your manga you're writing? Oh yes. Can you tell us anything? Adverts are 1 minute away. Okay, so now we have a pale gold option. Relatively pale gold would be an idea. Start off quite... I purchased 2 of the same golds by accident one time. Is it these ones? Yes. Yeah, there we go. Let's go, baby. Sure, it's a practice run for myself to understand creating manga. So I'm using a story I wrote for soldiers in my basic training. I call it Risalia. It's your own take on a fancy medieval word I can't pronounce. Isekai? Isekai? Hold on, I'm Googling it. I'm Googling it. Please don't be anything horrific. I'm not doing it live on stream, so it's alright. I'm not showing the screen at least. Oh, okay. Alright, got it. Got it. So how much time have you got? How much... Okay, hold on. While I'm here, I'm just going to just download that. Okay. Goody gumdrops. Goody gumdrops. Isekai. Isekai? Isekai? I am now fluent. Isekai. No, wait. No, I shan't wait. I shan't wait. Wrong. Wrong K. Kai? This is why I just speak to English. This is why I just stick to English, because then I can make a pig's ear of that still. Isekai. Isekai. Oh, bloody hell. Listen, it's a bloody tongue twister. I'm not good with... I'm barely good with English. I do apologize. Your ads, you're working on page 1 still. Page 2 is done. Soon you'll be planning page 3. You have 40 hours in it. Bloody hell. Are you illustrating it as well, Itami? Or are you just sort of... You are? Bloody hell. Yeah, that's way beyond me. That's way beyond me. Hold on, let me get... No. Ads are gone. Woo! Yeah. Cursed ads. So the adverts are supposed to run once an hour. Basically, because like to stop like hypothetically when we get raided, it should mean they don't come into any adverts or anything like that, which is absolutely terrible. I mean, it's hard enough to get. There's OBS gone. There's OBS. It's not easy. So let's look at the gold legs. Let's have a look. One leg, unsurprisingly, does cross over in front of another, so there is a little room for a bit of shadow there. A bit of shading. Beak. Top beak. Bottom beak. I don't know if there's upper beak and lower beak. And now I've got my eye on this, I can see there's a slight... Like, I'm not going to be able to... It looks like there's an ever so slight indentation for the... for an eye. Like, there's no way I can paint that. I don't think anyone... could paint that. It's more like a divot. Tiny bit of texture, if anything. I mean, I suppose we could do a crown. It could be gold. Dramatic music increases. Damn right. We've not played Skyrim in donkey's years. Concerned if we ever get back to play Skyrim, it will become the sneaky archer will make a resurgence. I'm the artist and the writer. All I will say is there's no truck that kills... Hold on. There's no truck that kills the main character to... Isekai. Him into the new world he goes to. No, he was on a date with a Japanese... Hold on. JSDF girl? I don't even know what that means. And gets killed trying to stop a robbery in his 7-Eleven-like store. He will be a swordsman crossed with an artificer. Named Tom Morales. An American soldier, but there is no demon lord he must defeat either. No. But his love interest is a blood elf. You've named Dryder. I'm going to butcher these names, so apologies. I'm going to say My Dune. I know I butchered that. I'm sorry. And I must say this in Blood Elf culture that no. See, Ragnar, what is that? Please tell me. Oh, the truck is a meme? Oh, okay. Alright, see that? I know nothing. Obviously. God, I keep threatening to get new brushes soon. I think that time is getting rapidly sooner. In Blood Elf culture, the woman picks the mate by bonking him on the head and dragging them into their home and wait for them to wake up to a fresh meal, and that's when they know they'll be mates for life. So they kidnap them. Is that what you're saying? What happens if they don't have the fresh meal? That's my question. That's going to be my question. Please educate me on this. If they say no to the fresh meal, and in this day and age, what happens if they're gluten intolerant or something like that, or if they're a vegan? You know, it's a legitimate question to ask. Do they go based on just looks, or do they stalk them for a bit to check that, you know, whatever? Isekai. I'm just going to stop saying that word. Anime where the protagonist dies and gets reborn. And oh, okay. Kidnapping, no. They know the person first. Okay, if they say no to the meal, then the parent. Oh, they don't get butchered or anything. In my mind, I was thinking, like, you don't like this meal? Oh, sad for you. Now you're going to get turned into the next meal. You're going to get turned into a very nice lasagna once I've drained you of blood. Definitely a crown. Rock on, dude. I'll get that done. So you usually die by getting... Oh, okay. Thank you for explaining that. I'm sorry. It's just like a whole load of stuff I just don't know about, obviously. Unsurprisingly. Okay. That brush there. It should stand... okay, well... Hold on. Let's see if we can go... Do I... Oh, hold on. I know, it's already zoomed in as far as it's going to go. On this lens. Bloody hell. Okay. Okay. Do you... Okay. There is... Do you see that slight divot right there? Sorry, I say divot. That, at the end of this brush, okay, so this curly-whirly brush, there is a slight thing there. The issue is, I can barely see it. I can see it when I hold it at that angle. I might be able to get a highlight on it. Just a tickle of chrome. That's I thought that was going... You know what? I think maybe sometime soon I'm going to need glasses. ladies and jelly spoons. Dryda is pronounced. Sorry. Dydra, my June. Hey, I said it right the first time. Well, I think. Nice. A single pixel on the printer. It's weird knowledge. The legs are crossed. Oh, okay, they are crossed. Okay, I thought so. Good to check, though, sometimes. It's weeb knowledge, yeah. I am, as we know, not. Of the weeb. Can only apologise. It's small, yeah. Why is that? Oh god, I'm on the wrong bloody. That was close. That was really close. If I wasn't looking at chat, one of the few times I was looking at chat, I wouldn't have caught that alert. That raid alert. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you very much, Chris. How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. Let me do the shout out. I can figure out where I'm typing. Lurk away, Avian. Double badges. Yes. Some people pay good money for that. Fantasy. Where are we? So there should be a thing in chat which says, well, for me it says join us in following. If you're not already following, then it'll say something else, and you can change that by tickling the heart button. Do give Chris a follow. He's a fantastic painter. Hello, folks. Sorry, I'm getting so sidetracked. I am also I'm a painter of some sort, and we're painting a commission right now. We were getting sidetracked as always. We get very sidetracked. I was looking at. There's a slight. I don't know if you can see it. I can barely see it, but right, like where my fingernail is, there's a slight lump. That lump is an eyeball, which I have now I've got to attempt to paint it. Looks like the upper legs and bottom are cloth. Oh no. Cloth? Oh, you're talking about this geezer's... his inner bits. Yeah, we haven't painted the... So... his groinal region, I've not painted. Well, technically it's primer, so there is paint on it technically. So he's got his the crotchal region, and his upper thighs are fabric. Now, to me, I've painted these metal because they look like there's a ridge. It looks like there is. In fact, sorry, not just looks. There is a ridge right there. So that's why we've painted here. You know, he's got some thigh armor on. Of course I'm gonna try, RJ. I'm not gonna pretend it doesn't exist. Okay? I might regret this decision, but I'm gonna give it a go. What's up, Fluent Code? How you doing, dude? Happy Monday to you. Happy November to you. No happy accidents. No, that's just an excuse for sloppy technique. That's an excuse for sloppy technique. I don't buy into that crap. I would like to improve. Like, some stuff I just don't want to improve on. And I've come to terms with that. For example, non-metallic metals. I'm not massively into how it looks. So I don't really bother with it. Likewise with OSL. Ozl and I'm just not massively into it as a sort of effect. So I don't really want to try and... Okay. Bloody hell. I'm going to regret doing this. Yo, we did that by accident. exquisite brush control. That has now got a dollop of chrome on it. Ow! I just belted my elbow on something. If it weren't for sloppy techniques, I wouldn't. Listen, if that's the only technique one has, then that's absolutely fine. I'm just, you know, I suppose if that's all that Bob Ross had, and he was just rebranding it as like, you know, it's fine. We'll just make do with what we've got, and we'll just make it look, you know, we'll rebrand ourselves. That's what he did. This is Hero Forge. I was just trying to remember the name of it. So this is like basically a build your own hero or build your own monster, or that sort of something on that sort of website for like, I don't know, D&D and sort of various things like that. I have looked at it a few times. I think I've even sort of put together some sort of person a couple of times. I've yet to actually purchase it. This is what RJ has sent to me, and we're painting him up. Remember the 3rd of November, all coughing, wheezing and snot. I know of no reason why the beginning of flu season should make us all feel like grot. I've never heard of that one. Who here have had their flu jabs, by the way? Honestly, Fluent Code, like, I have looked at their website, so I started 3D printing, what was it, 5 years ago or something? I remember looking at the website roundabout then, and I was a bit sort of... I wasn't 100% sold on it at the time. Because, I mean, I don't really have need of, like, D&D minis and stuff like that, and I had, you know... I've got quite a few miniatures in the pile of future content, so I wasn't really in a sort of need to get anything. But I did look at it, and I like the idea of it. And this is actually the first time I'm actually painting one. So, as I was saying earlier, I was slightly hesitant about it to begin with, but I am actually enjoying painting it. Like genuinely way more than I expected. You're not old enough for a flu jab? Are you not? You got both flu... Are they still doing COVID jabs? You literally just made up, bloody hell. The English gentleman, you are a lyrical genius. Or, you know, whatever they would call you. That was very good. I like it. You've not had a flu jab? I had the offer, because apparently I am old enough to... Apparently I'm in the age range to get a flu jab. But mentally, I'm not. Mentally, I'm not, so I said no. Or I've ignored it. I might regret that later. Like, closer... Once my nieces and nephews appear, and they're ridden with, like, germs, I may end up regretting it, but... Alright, RJ, I'll let you think out loud. I count as immunodeficient, so you don't... Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough, Lapius, yeah. Yes. If you make the gem on the sword red... Well, that was... The minis actually print quite nicely in FDM. Yeah. Well, this was... Well, this is a resin print. And I know it's perfect for, like, a lot of these... Like, if you've got D&D campaigns, you need lots of monsters and heroes. Get them quite quickly and stuff like that, which is a great thing. But like, I was a bit sort of like wary of them to begin with, because it was brand new to me. I wasn't really sure what to expect, you know. So what? Okay. Oh, hold on. Woo! Hello, Betty. What if you make the field of the shield red? Of course, yeah, me. Oh, the COVID one isn't widespread. Oh, okay. I was only offered the flu one. Wild boss music. Okay, so you want the field of this red. Okay. Now, what about the cloak? Because I think originally we were going with red cloak, but We got red gem. Red field. Potential red cloak. We have an inner cloak as well to potentially paint. And while I have you here, what about the inside of the shield? I don't know what they call that. The back. The back of the shield. You don't get offered them? Oh, well, because you're not old enough, Fluent Code. I think, apparently, I think you can get 5 STLs per month with Hero Forge Pro. Oh, do they do like a credit system? Red cloak with gold border. Okay, what about on the inside of the cloak? I think we had initially said white or something like that. Back rim. So a sub to Hero Forge gives you 5 credits per month that they don't expire, even better. Each one allows you an STL. As I play quite a lot of Adventures League, which often means trying out new characters. Oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. Yeah. I mean, I have looked at the website a few times. But I think I'm pretty sure I tried it with a couple of different sort of various weird characters that I just grabbed random bits and mushed them together. Now you gotta choose. You don't. You could choose, yeah. And as I say, you can chuck them out in FDM. Yeah, that's bananas. That is bananas. I have been enjoying painting this guy though. Because I don't like this sort of miniatures. I was going to say I don't normally paint D&D miniatures, but then again, I paint Warhammer miniatures, which are basically D&D miniatures. So if I decide to try out a new character on Wednesday, I can have one ready to go by the time I get home tomorrow. Yeah, that is a really good thing, and especially like in this day and age when they're, you know, multicolor printing and stuff like that. Like on the AMS, I have I mean, that allows 4 colors, and I know they're trying to, like, there was a printer on eBay. And I know you can get like 4 AMS systems, so that's 16 colors in total. You could almost kind of like, I don't want to paint it, I'm just going to print it in colors. We're slowly maneuvering in that direction. I don't really know like the quality. I know I have seen a few attempts here and there go in that direction. I suppose it really depends on the intricacy of the actual miniature that you're printing. Anyway, let us continue with the gold, which is why we got a little bit of metal and alchemy. I don't know, some sort of gold, and then I have another metal and alchemy, some sort of gold. Unfortunately, the writing's gone. I think one's Viking gold and one might be Elven gold, but I really don't know. They're paints. They'll send you a full... Really? Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Well, flipping Nora. I found some of those paints in your box yesterday. Which one? The gold ones? Metal and alchemy. I do like them. I just the thing I don't like about these pots of paint with the printed on, like, over time the words go. So I have no idea what this is. Same with... Hold on. I had one the other day. Where is it Like, same with some of these greys. Like, I have to really squint. I know what this is now because I just saw it says dark grey, but like I've got German grey, which is basically very similar, and I can only just about make out the ALE part of German. No, that doesn't make sense. Anyway, there's only a couple of letters I can just about recognise, so I know what paint it is. But otherwise, they all look pretty close together. Oh, I need to get that one. Decayed Metal's bloody amazing. I don't think I have the Peridot. The Peridot one. Okay. Gab, are you getting that Harrow Master book? You never use them? Decayed Metal's awesome, dude. Decayed Metal's legit. Oh, you have the fancy version? You're not getting the fancy version? You absolute tourist. You absolute tourist. I don't blame you, dude. I can't remember how much those books go for. They seem far too much for well, they just seem far too much. I don't know if there's a particular one which would make me go, you know what, I need the special fancy one for this book. If there was a book of Mordheim, then I would be all over it. But GW don't have the balls to do it. They don't have the guts to make all the money that they could make. It's terrible. In the era of the prices going up all over the place, trying to make money, they just have to release Mordheim, and it would be like that cash throwing button. Mordheim. Oh, wow, one of the finest games ever by any company ever. Ever. You're not buying the same book twice? Yeah, dude, I don't blame you. I would have to be... I don't even think a special edition Ultramarine book would tempt me. I think literally the only thing would be a Mordheim type deal. Liber Xenologist? Which one is Xenologist? Which one's that? Control C. Gorka Morka. I mean, that was good, but it wasn't Mordheim good. Let's be real. I do not... Liber Xenologist. Okay, I don't think I've even heard of this one. It's a background book. I'm going to acquire it. I will find it and destroy it, if I can find it. Also, if I go broke from buying it, Gab, I will blame you. I will not take responsibility. I will not take responsibility. Jesus Christ on a bicycle. 182 quid. RJ, talk to me, baby. Let's face it, Mordheim was just Gork. The cape, field, and back of the shield and the gem will be red. Border and the back of the cape white. Yes. Okay. Rock on. Now, if we talk about the reds. Do you want dark red or bright red? Like as a sort of like a I've sent it off today. The ultramarine that I was painting, we highlighted up to. We highlighted up to basically bold pyrrole red with a tiny touch of Evil Sun's red as well. But the base coat was kind of this nice dark red. 50 quid. Sitting on a gold mine, Gabba. You're sitting on a gold mine right there. Yeah, there are some books which I know I have, like, I've got a couple of like art books which I think are worth a fair amount. I will keep my eyes peeled for it though. If it ever appears below, I was going to say if it ever appears below 200 quid. I know there's that one which is 100. It's only 182 pounds. Maybe once I start doing YouTube videos again, and maybe I might be able to buy one of these books off the back of great Jesus Christ. YouTube success. Then maybe we can treat ourselves to some of these books. I just saw some of these books, so bloody hell. Before I change page. Right, Skyrim music is still playing. Good. See if I can just risk life and limb. Xenology, 300 quid. Just some of the price of these books are just wild. Absolutely. I was looking at this the other day. The bloody Tectonic Fractal. They need to hurry up and reprint this. Recast it, spin it up, whatever the word is. Mold it, cast it. Off the back of Great Jesus Christ, yes. They got to monetize JC. What fairly bright red do I choose from? Well, I have a variety of reds. We got Mephiston red, corn red, other reds. What? I have blazing orange, which is back. Well, surprisingly enough, orange. Splorange. We're back on the main camera. Yes, thank God for that. Why does OBS keep moving over there? Though it's slightly irritating. There is blood red in the proper pot of paint. Not sure religion. What? Religion works definitely like that. NGL? It's an amazing book, but not worth what people are asking for. I will keep my eyes peeled, and if I see it for quote-unquote cheap, I will acquire it. No, I have occasionally Fluent Code. There are some books out there which have got nothing to do with Warhammer. You know, from authors I've liked over the time. So I've looked at like limited editions and first pressings or whatever they're called, and the prices of them have been bananas. And I never really considered it, truth be told. I have not many. I've got one. Do I have any? I've got a few. No, I've got literally just one that I can think of. I might have an accidental one. No ruby red? No ruby red. I got Blood Angels red. Obviously, the reddest of reds. You like the sound of blood red? Alright, I can make that work. I won a limited edition printing of the art of Warhammer 40k something 300. Yeah, I don't think I had any limited edition books. I've got the first pressing of the book, but that's not Warhammer stuff, so that's a different thing entirely. I think I'm just trying to remember which book I do have. Is it Liber Hereticus? I think that's an art book. I need to dig it out of storage, I say. Wait, hold on. I'm getting... no, it's not Liber. That's a bloody Horus Heresy book. What book am I thinking? It's an art book. I think it's mostly black and white, if not fully black and white. What the hell's it called? I gotta dig it out. And it was from the olden times, from the good old days, etc. I'm gonna have to find the book. It's not springing to my mind at the moment. You never answered my question. Sorry. Itami, I'm sorry. I do apologize. I don't know. Yes, of course. Yes, Liber Chaotica. I think that might be it. All I know was like no. Oh, no. Ooh, no. No. It was a weird shaped book. Like it was book shaped. It's a book shaped book, but it was larger than expected. It was larger than expected, but also skinnier. Like it was. It's going to turn out that is the actual name of the book, and I've got such a bad memory. Collected Visions. Yeah, it's an art. It's an art book. It's like literally illustrations. Collected Visions. I don't think that's it. Sort of. It was not Collected Visions. It's not that one. It's not that one. I purchased off eBay donkeys years ago. Like it's not remotely recent. I'm just trying to think of when the hell I purchased it. I will find it one day. I know I own it. It's just somewhere not now. We're friends on Discord, are we not? I'm gonna pretend like I'm always on Discord. We can you can make that could do that, I think. Potentially. No, are we not? I could have sworn we were. I could have sworn we were. Oh, okay. Well, add me. I will add you back, etc., etc. This gives me a perfect chance to segue into you check out my Discord, which I always use. I don't know if the YouTube bot is going to wake up. I've not done many shout-outs today or anything of the sort. Hey, there we go. Thank you, Nightbot. You've woken up. Appreciate that. I'm not entirely sure if the YouTube aspect of the bot is working. It should be, but it's not. Yeah, it is working. It's absolutely fine and dandy. All right, so it's the paint's dried. I've got my eyes on the time. It's coming up to 7 o'clock. I do apologise. So the camera's. I don't know why the camera does this. I don't know why the camera does this. It's it goes absolutely mental every so often and decides to split the. Now you get this version of me, I'm afraid, because it's so strange. It does. I'll show you what it does in case it wasn't obvious. Where's my? I don't even know. See, it's very strange. It sort of goes with skew with. Anyway, I will fix that. I don't know if it's a capture card. Maybe the camera is coming to the end of its life. I don't think it is, but I don't really know. I have to refresh it, which is really tedious. I know, it's terrible. It's terrible. I'm going to deactivate the camera. Hey, it's working again. So basically it's NVIDIA streamer tools or something like that. And you can throw on a filter to, it's called, what is the filter called? It's called, it's called NVIDIA background removal. Yes. I've currently got it on quality, higher GPU usage, better quality, and chair removal. I can bring the chair back. The chair can come back like that, but I don't know. I prefer without. But the hair is definitely a situation. Maybe this is why all the streamers wear baseball caps and stuff like that. You know? Maybe I need to start wearing a baseball cap or a flat cap. But the problem is, then I have to start wearing a hat indoors, and I personally despise wearing a hat indoors. It's not to be done. Rock on, dude. I could have sworn we friended up donkeys years ago. Evidently I am just hallucinating again. I need a wizard's hat, dude. Yo. I have a better option. The only hat which really matters in the painting game. In the miniatures game, the only hat that really matters. The camera cannot contain badges, glorious lots. True. True. We need to make big hats amazing again. Don't know what that would turn into, but look, it's Death from Discworld. Okay, so we now have to attempt to tidy this up. We will put a wash, like a panel line around the edge of the metallic work, and then tart up anything which needs it. But this is going to be a little bit of we're going to have to start off with some burnt red just to start with. Rock on, dude. With the witchcraft of 3D printing, you could have that hat by the... Yeah, I know. That is a concern, isn't it? It's a major concern. RJ, I think we're up to date. So we want red shield, red cloak, red gem. Hold on, let me just double check. We want blood red. The border and the back of the cape white. Okay. All right. Rock on. Yeah. Was that correct? Yeah, if you can throw it into Discord just so I've got it written down and not in like Twitch chat, that would be a massive help. And I will get pictures to you at the end of stream anyway. Regardless. Just to make sure I'm on the right thingamajiggle. Path, I believe is the word. Right. I think the camera's gone and moved as well. Maybe not. I don't know. Skedaddle. Wait, hold on. I don't even know why I'm doing the red. We're not doing the red yet. We're not doing the red situation. We got some Griff Charger grey. We want to shade some of this metallic work. I don't know if the grey colour is going to really be the one that's going to do what we want to do, but we need to have a look first. This brush wasn't cleaned. God damn it, Janet. And then while we're waiting for this. That is unsurprisingly grey. So I'm going to use this, or a very thin down this, or a thin down. Oh god, which is the one? Oh bloody hell! So I think it's Black Templar. It's a shade. I think it is Black Templar. The other one is too powerful. Yeah, it is Black Templar. There's a bit of transparency to it. Thank God. I always get confused between Black Templar and Black Legion, which is strange, to say the least. Now, let me look at this Discord message before I completely forget. Yeah. Man, I wish I could draw. It's what I've told myself I need to do this year. I need to illustration, not like full-on illustration like you're doing, Atami, but illustration, drawing, at least being able to draw, paint squares, straight lines, maybe a circle, things like that. So that I can do, basically as an excuse so I can start doing banners and flags, etc. And then with a view to do freehanding sort of more things like that. It's terrible at the moment, and I'm very aware of that. Been dumped in it right there by his friend. Oh god, I hate it when people do that. It's terrible. Art is a perishable skill. It take a while to understand if you practice at least 20 minutes to 1 hour a day. Well, this is the thing, Itami. I had actually meant, I said at the beginning of stream, I had actually meant to order a pad of paper so I can practice doing some squiggles. Just squiggles and stuff like that every day. Or at least, 5 times a week or something. I do know it's a perishable skill. I used to draw a fair amount, but I've never been it's never been something I've been great at. I just sort of a lack of sort of direction probably didn't help in that regard. Sort of like I guess back when I was doing it, I had no real sort of, I don't know, not desire. I didn't really have any sort of idea of where I wanted to do, so I was struggling to come up with stuff to even think of. But now I actually want to try and improve freehanding, etc. I have a bit more inspiration and drive to practice. You know? Because I do look at sort of very nice paintings that people do on their side of their miniatures. You know, they do free on their banners, for example. Stuff like that. That is very nice. I like it. Anyway. I mean, some people do paint full-on sort of... full-on ridiculously beautiful murals and things onto the side of the miniatures. Don't want to go that far, but... We'll go some far. Okay. Now. How was I doing? Black Legion, where are you? There you are. And I need some... Where is it? It was out here the other day. There it is. Lamian Medium. This is not the contrast Lamian Medium. This is the... just the regular... the regular stuff. Now your thoughts so far on my work? Now I'm leaning in the right direction? Yes. Hold on. I am using the Templar. Yes. Yes. I am going to be using that. I don't know what's... something's strange with OBS. And why does OBS keep insisting on opening on that window? I keep dragging it to the other window and it's having none of it. Alright. Bearing in mind, I have no idea about... So there is a drastic... there is a jump in... well, obviously you've got the military... you know... side of things, the world. And then the next page is... obviously, well, it's drastically... you can tell it's drastically different part of the world, or different type of world, at least. Because you have someone with the full-on ears. And there's a tail as well, of some variety. I don't know what this... is this the Blood Elf? Is it too early for the Blood Elf action to appear? A lot of this stuff, I've got no idea. I've got no idea what's going on half the time. So I was looking at the army. Oh God. Not unit. Like the flag things. I know that's not the right word. My brain is completely frazzled at the moment, truth be told. It's a lack of coffee. However, it has actually reminded me of someone dropping me in it, just like you've done in here. just remember someone doing that. I was like, oh God, I don't even know what to say now. So page 1 is the present. The military page is 2 weeks prior. Oh, okay. Are there merchants? Rock on. Rock on. I like the Sorry, I was looking at the dotted, like on the. What are they standing on? I can't quite figure out. In the second one, they're standing on. What is that? I like the dotted, like background. It kind of reminded me of like old school comic books. I say old school. Reminded me of old comic books. You know, that sort of. I don't know if the printing technique or something. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. They just need to ask each other out and get it over and done with. That's what needs to happen. Rather than dancing around the question, they should be like, yo. I reckon I can rock your world, baby. Let's go. How about it? Parking space. So the U.S. Army, if we have... So in the U.S. Army, if we have an unclaimed parking space outside our troop building, we turn it into... Oh, okay. That's fair enough. Yeah. No, I... Like, when I was... Yeah, that definitely happens. Smoking pits of doom. Gotcha. Because I was looking at it going, what's... The thing at the back, like... The thing at the back of the image. the pillar with, like, the block underneath. I was looking at the thing there. I was like, what is that? It looks familiar. I can't quite put my finger on it. That's exactly what it is. So what I need to do... I need to get a wiggle on with this. I've got to get the right brush. I don't know if I want to use that. I think this brush is on its way out. I'm going to have to order new brushes soon. Oh, God. This brush is behaving very strangely. We can't just smoke anywhere on bases. You've designated spots to smoke. The pillar is a light bulb. That makes sense. That makes sense. Are you happy with where you're going with it? Are you like, how do you do your writing? Do you have... I got no idea how this happens. So do you like write the entire sort of script of what you want to do, and then you have to decide which sort of snapshot of the action or the story you want to illustrate? Okay, Black Templar contrast paint. Here we go. Let's... Probably need a few coats of this. Why are you moving over there all the time? Okay. I don't want to do this, do I? We want to do the rust first. What a complete waste of time. Damn it. Scragbrand, where are you? Alright. So we want a little bit of rust. Once we got the rust on, then we can actually shade over that. Oh god. I'm having issues with this pot of paint. Many people say I work too much on detail, but I really want people to see what I see. Well, as you should, like... Or are they saying you potentially you work too much on the detail straight off the bat? Are they sort of saying you maybe need to like rough it out to begin with, get everything story-wise down with panels vaguely done in, and then go back and do all the detail? I don't know. I wouldn't have any idea. I suppose it's one of those things which comes with practice, as you say. Like, the more you do it, the more it makes sense. I play it out of my head and flow with my panels. Sometimes I improv as the characters to get a feel of how they would... Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, I just need to excavate this lid. There we go. Excavated lid. Yoink. Yoink. Ad break. Cursed ads. Hold on, just checking. I just want to refresh this page before we forget. I do have my eye on the time as well. It's 7:20. So just want to get a little bit of this paint out. I do like Scrag Brown for rust. It's a nice sort of orangey brown colour. Or browny orange colour if you want to pick a fight. And it works, I think it works quite well as a sort of rust colour to go into sort of, I don't know, bits which need rust on. I suppose we should have a look at before we really start putting this paint down. Even the US Army uniforms I did a lot of detail on, for instance. If you zoom in on Tom's army, you added the pen holders on the uniform and the unit deployment patch under the US flag patch. All small details. Well, they're definitely important. Those sorts of things. You know? Because I think a lot of people might not necessarily notice these things. But then there are people who will notice them and appreciate these details. You know? Welcome back. Welcome back. I was just saying, like, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, a lot of people, like, I'm sure there are a lot of people who don't notice these things. But then there are some people who will notice these details and will appreciate the details. You know? Okay, so we need to... want a little bit of rust brought in here. I need to get the camera on the view so I know everything's been... I'm going to worry about this shield later. I just want to get some rust painted in. So they are going to be leather straps around. So these are little strap things to sort of buckle. Buckles, I suppose, is what they are. So I will be adding some of that on. And I do want to add some of this brown into some like rusty bits. Probably not where there's going to be huge amounts of bits rubbing against each other. I initially thought it would be nice to have on this, I don't know what, plate, I don't know, skirt? I know it's probably not what it's called, but I doubt there's going to be much rust on that. It'll probably, like, this sort of area, if anything. Where there's not much brushing against it and rubbing against. So, like, there'll be lots of movement on these plates. So I don't really see rust appearing there, but, like, these lower boots, potentially, there might be a bit of build-up. I mean, it really depends on the person. They might be very against cleaning, or they might be very fastidious. Screw it, that's the word I'm going to use. That is the word I'm going to use. I'm fastidious. It might be very into their cleaning. Some people might not be remotely into cleaning. It's like, if it still works, we don't need to worry. Now, this guy is, I believe, a sort of... He's not part of a military unit or anything like that, so I don't think he's going to have like a superior officer or something yelling at him for, you know, not polishing his boots, etc. Yeah, I get you. It's just some folks feel I shouldn't go so hard. Yeah, no, I do understand that, Atami. I do like. I don't know that many people in the who are either currently in the army or forces or whatever, but I do know a few, and you know, they would definitely sort of appreciate small sort of details for that. And I when I'm looking at sort of like YouTube videos occasionally and stuff like that on whatever it is, you do occasionally, I do see sort of ex-unit forces people commenting and saying, oh, I really appreciate that little detail, you know, and they say stuff like, oh, the person didn't need to do that. But the fact that they spent the time to put that detail in there, I appreciate it. So, Chad. Yeah, baby. We're gonna get a wizard's hat or something. Although I don't like wearing a hat indoors. I'm pretty anti indoor hat wearing. I thought I'd get rid of the chair, basically. How you doing, dude? What's cracking? No, we don't even have the green screen. It's I've downloaded. Apparently, I've had it on my computer for ages. I just forgot about it. There's a filter. Hold on. There's a filter called. Hello. There's a filter on here called NVIDIA background removal. See? That's why I can now live in a complete pigsty. And no one will notice except when I flash it. This bin bag is slowly filling up. What I've realised finally is I actually need to get a proper bin instead of just having a bin bag on the floor like a hobo. I am going to invest in a bin so that I can live slightly tidier. Hold on, I'm painting and I've changed the wrong camera. Sorry. Do apologise. Page 4 took me 4 sessions to finish, so roughly 20 hours total time. Bloody hell, that is a long time. That is a long time. Ruined the minigame of what's in the background today at Badgers. Strippers. They're in the background. You know? You thought you were recycling for 2 weeks in a row? Bloody hell. It's alright. These things happen. I don't know. I do genuinely sort of attempt to tidy up quite often, but then it's just it builds up again. It's a constant fight between being tidy and not being tidy. It's like, Eventually, I will get on top of it, and it will be good. So we've added some rust. Got a little bit of rust worked into some of these bits. I don't want to go too crazy with it, because sometimes it's just like, as much as I like weathering, and it gets a little bit unbelievable. And I know he's in an imaginary universe and all of that good stuff. However, there are rules. I've made 2 drastically poor estimates on quotes. Yeah, Chad. Well, I'm only just getting back into... Thank you very much for tickling the subscribe button. Thank you very much indeed. Hello there. Happy Monday to you. I almost said Tuesday. But thank you very much. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Chad, I do understand. Like, I have done a few commissions before, like, long ago. Like, back when I first started streaming, I did a few commissions, and I wasn't really very good at pricing then. It turns out I'm still not good at pricing. However, I have told myself, January... Well, I think I'm having a holiday in January, by the way. When I get back from my holiday, prices are going up. So get in now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more, say no more. I mean, what are we talking about, Chad? Are we talking about single miniature, or have you been painted... Have you got an army on the agenda, or a squad, or what's... How big of a cock-up have we got going on? So, speaking of commissions, I don't know how many commissions we're actually. No, we don't want any too much rust there. Actually, I think I'm going to probably attempt to paint most of my commissions off camera. Well, not off camera. Off commission. Also, next year, I'm quite happy to sort of continue as... I'm not sure about the White Templars. I think I'll paint them off camera. I don't know. Everything might get painted off camera, so that I can continue on my own projects on camera. But next year, I think things are going to change up a little bit, stream-wise. Excuse me. Do apologise. I'm parched. Yeah, going into next year, I've got to change things up with the stream. Got to concentrate on probably making YouTube videos and having YouTube gaming streams instead. I don't quite know. Something needs to change, though. I said, sure, fine, use the rest of your credit up on some terrain. I spent most of the day assembling just one of the boxes of epic terrain. Oh, it's epic terrain, is it? And there's another to go, and you haven't even painted. And I said I'd paint some Necrons... Oh god, this is hence the question about the 5 Tau. Oh, I see now the question. Okay, you'd paint the 5 Tau battle suits. And the Salamanders, dude. The guy seemed really new, so I thought I was being kind by being really cheap. Ah. There's a Riptide. So, yo, when you asked that question in the Discord, I said 3 Riptides and the big Forge World not Riptide, KX139 or whatever the hell it is. But that's because, yeah, I don't know. Damn, dude. You're not flustered, you're flustered. I mean, how much have you balked the price by? No, I know you've been on about me to pump out more YouTube videos, and I know I need to. Because currently I'm just dual streaming to YouTube, and I know that's not enough. And like Twitch growth is basically doesn't happen. because I don't stream. I don't really stream enough on Twitch, so got to get my act together. I hate. That's the thing. That's the thing, Chad. That's the problem. I hate short form videos. Just despise them. I can't stand them. The only way I can ever do them is if I record a quote unquote proper video and then attempt to try and harvest some short form content from it. I hate it. And I know you just airbrush the fuck. Yeah. Well, you can do a lot of washes and stuff for the scenery. I think the scenery's not too bad in the scheme of things. I'm just having a look at it, actually. Let's have a look at the other angle. Well, almost what I would do is, like, consider using, well, airbrush or a, color forge spray paint. Blitzing the bollocks out of it. With that. And then potentially picking out some details, and then just washing the hell out of it. And then potentially tidying up some important details, because if you're not charging a huge amount, then that's what it is. What's up, Dave? How's it going, dude? Twitch currently last 6 months. Oh, it's really struggling. Yeah, it really is. It really is. How you doing, Dave? Hey, RJ. I think everyone hates Sean. It's the ultimate brain rot. I despise it. I hate it. Like, I have done short form content on YouTube. I've got a couple which have done well for a channel of my size. None of that viral sort of stuff, but I've got a couple of cursed shorts which have done well. But the rest is, I just hate it so much. Hate it. So, RJ, by the way, we have added a little bit of rust. Only a little bit, because I don't think... Because in my brain... You're not going to get rust on bits which are moving all the time. So, like, none of this, like, rust there on the, like, weird skirty bit. I don't know what, like, layered, plated foot bit. And I wouldn't really think there's much rust on this bit here either. But we have got some on this, chest plate. A little bit down there. I'm completely ignoring the shield for the moment. Maybe a little bit more on the shoulder pads might be needed. And there's going to be quite a lot of movement around the chest region, so I've just put a little bit of rust down here. But not a huge amount. On and first, what's up, dude? To start with, there's some easy one-off videos. Here's what you need to get into printing. GloriousSMiniatures.store. And then get me to print it. That's all you need to get in to do to get me to print it for you. There you go. How about that, chat? Like, type in https ://gloriousminiatures.store. Wiggly eyebrows. Titanicus is going to be Rattlecan. Oh, okay. Nice. Well, that's what I was thinking. What's my watch making? My watch is on upside down. I did wonder why it felt weird. I wondered why it felt weird earlier. It's been upside down on all day. I've been wearing it upside down all day. Yeah, moving parts don't get right. That's what I was thinking. So I've tried not to go too mental with it. So, like, on the lower bits of the... Sorry, excuse me. Like, the greaves? No, leg bits. There, the lower... Like, where there's not much movement. Squire's oily armor. Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. Like, I don't quite know the backstory this chap has. I don't know. He might be part of a unit. He might get shouted at for not looking super shiny all the time. Super shiny all the time. But he might be just like some lone geezer who has to basically, you know, he makes do with what he's got. He had his nice armor, then he went rogue. And Lucian raided. Hey, Lucian. How's it going, dude? Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing today? How was the game you were playing? Hold on. Wait. Don't type it. I was lurking in your stream. Where the hell's my browser gone? You rapscallion. I can't. Dude, thank you so much for the raid. Folks, I can do a shout out. All right, if you can do me a favor. Absolute solid. Smash that follow button. You don't even have to leave my stream. One of the few things Twitch have done recently, I say recently, that's actually been good. You don't even have to leave this stream. You can tickle the follow button at the top of your chat, and it means you follow Lucian. Following is free. It's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. Lucian was playing Warhammer 40,000 Warpforged. I have been watching this game. He's been not enough ultramarining, to be honest. More ultramarining needs to happen, obviously. DJ, hello. How you doing? Happy Monday to you. I paint, by the way. Hello. Well, I paint. I mostly chat on camera. I do a little bit of painting. Just enough. Just enough to appease all of the ratbags out there who grumble. All the people out there who aren't aware that this is really a just chatting stream in disguise. In short, this character fled the country after... Hey, I was almost right. I mentally thought... Well, I said he went rogue. Painting is like the second or third thing he does. Exactly. We do, but it does happen. It does happen. Like, we've done quite a lot today on camera. A BF tank? That battlefield tank? Or I got the BF wrong. True, I've seen them. They got some new cards, the Ultramarines. Hello there. Is there Kato Sicarius? By any chance? Is there any opportunity for some Kato action? You got your backside handed you on handed to you on multiple occasions. Oh no, that's not so good. Did you just gather your resources and come back stronger? I'm trying to be really positive here. We can... Yeah, I reckon we don't want to go too bananas with the rust. Inner thighs, I initially started tickling. And then I thought, no, those bad boys are going to get rubbed together. Or maybe even people will be rubbing the inside of his thighs. There's probably not going to be much rust action going on in there. So no rust there, but... bit around there. We've got a little around the lower legs. We got some... like on the chest plate. Needs a little bit more. On the back... I suppose needs a little bit more actually. Less is exactly. Less is more, especially when it comes to clothes. I didn't want to go too bananas, but I think that's enough. So what I wanted to do next was actually shade the metal with some Black Templar and some Lamian Medium. Kato's available? Hell yeah. It's my boy. It's my boy. You're going to be taking a... Honoured First. I did see more time appear briefly. And then they realized they cocked up and quickly deleted the picture and put up some new bollocks instead. You know? So down here, it said more time up here. And then they were like, oh God, no, we're going to have to put this Warhammer Quest thing up instead. They had to change the picture as well. Behind it, there was a box of more time. All right, RJ, you sleep well. Thank you very much for swinging by. I will attempt to put some pictures into Discord so you can have a check tomorrow. As I said, I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'm going to my dad's birthday. I'll be chilling out with him and seeing the family. So yeah, more time. Finally. I don't know. I saw someone rabbiting on about 500 planets or worlds or something. I'm not really sure. What I'm really hoping, I'm looking at the Warhammer, the old world. What I'm really hoping is, frankly, was a return to 4th edition, maybe 5th edition, Warhammer Fantasy. I.e., my boy, Nagash, coming back. Proper edition, not the new crappy one. That's what I'm hoping for. Or, I suppose, you know what would be good? I know what would make people happy. Skaven and Lizardmen. That's what I reckon. That's what I reckon. If they could somehow make that happen, that would be a great thing. That would make people a lot happy. A lot happy. A lot happy. That big treasure chest, Dogs of War, surely. Yeah. True. That could, I mean, yes, that could definitely be it. We do like a big chest. Yeah, that could well be Midas the Mean, right? They should just sack Legion Imperialis off. I don't know how popular that is as a thing. I really don't know. How popular it is. 500 worlds. Which is another name for Ultramar. Oh, of course it is. Obviously, I'm just harvesting content. I need to harvest more content by saying more stuff that people hate. And people are like, actually, you're wrong. Cheesecake is, and then come in with their bullshit excuse for cheesecake being good. So Tech, yeah, I thought that would get your nipples going, Gabba. I thought just the very hint of Lizardmen coming back would go bing. But Warhammer Quest is almost best. Yes, I do agree, Lucian. So you might get some fun at home. I mean, more Ultramarine miniatures would definitely be a good thing. So, yo, actually, a full-on squad of Tyrannic vets would be sweet. I know they've just come out with a bunch of Ultra lads. But some Tyrannic vets. I keep wanting to call them Tyrannid vets. Tyrannic vets would be awesome. I wish I'd purchased more of them, and they need to come up with some Primaris ones. That's all I'm going to say on that. They are re-releasing the Nagash Omnibus, actually. Are they? Oh, okay. And Midas the Mean. Yeah, I can see that now. Now you mentioned it, I like it. If they bring back... If they bring back... the Dogs of War regiments, the flying ones can bugger off. Sorry, Gabba. The flying ones can bugger off into the distance. We want Long Drong Slayers. That first. And then the pikemen of Dubry Firkins, the Titchy Huichi's Raiders, and all the other ones, yes, they need to come back. You just brought your brother the biggest Titan. Oh, Jesus. Which one did you get? Honored first. Food of the Gods. Incorrect. Incorrect, Ragnar. Incorrect, Lucian. Incorrect. We don't have a lizard command, but maybe we should get a lizard command. What about the ultra lads? We don't have enough of them. We need some ultra lieutenants for one. Specific ultramarine lieutenants. What sort of vet manages Tyranids? We don't need Greasus either. I think... Did I buy him by accident? I almost did. I almost put... Oh, yo, maybe I... No, I didn't. I almost purchased him. Battle Squig. Birdmen of... Yeah, the Birdmen of... I don't like them. I never liked the minis. They look too static. And I know it was in the good old days of proper minis. And they could only do so much. But I was never into the Birdmen of Dubry Firkins. Vespero's Vendettas, yes. Titchy Huichu's Raiders, yes. Long Drong Slayers, yes. The Pikemen of I can't remember half of them. The Iconoclast, Great Chainsword and the Gravclaw thingy. Nice. Well, I mean, I just don't know how popular it is. Obviously, they're just going to go on the sales data. You know, I was under the impression that Age of Sigmar was nosediving. I would like to see more Necromunda stuff. Obviously, they're just coming out with Blood Bowl 3. 3.0 or whatever the hell they're calling it. I don't know. Do people like Blood Bowl? I like the idea of it. I just don't like the idea of it really enough to buy the box set. I bought the what's-its. Not the gnomes, the other ones. The halflings. Which I did enjoy painting, in fact. Now, what time is it? Oh, bloody hell. I was about to start painting, then realised the time. I realised what time it was. It's not quite time, but it's almost time. Anyway, so this is Friday and Saturday, the 8th of November. Says their Twitch page. The YouTube channel. All of that stuff. I don't think I'm going to bother, really. I don't know. It depends how much Necromunda stuff is. And Horus Heresy. And maybe... Sorry. Horus Heresy, yeah, and the Old World. And maybe Warhammer 40k. So maybe those 4 things I'll look at. Tiny border blooming. I've got a clock. Look, I have one. I'm gonna show it off to you live and on air. Okay? There it is. Oh, old Discord. I charged this yesterday. See? Oh, I didn't charge it. I don't think it was working yesterday. It's on us time. I'll sleep and check in the morning. Oh, US time. It's on us time. US time. Yeah, it took me a second there. Discord. Let me look at Discord before I forget. I'm already in Discord. Look at me. There we go. So, oh god, that, yeah, bloody hell. What? Night House? No. What? Yeah. What sort of? How does he paint his titans and things? Are they in a particular house or whatever the hell they call them for titans? I'm not very familiar with all those sort of color schemes. I do have a few knights to paint and a titan, some century. Oh, Legio Volpa. Oh, okay. That sounds familiar. I'm definitely not Googling it right now. I mean, I am. Legio Volpa. Are they naughty boys? They look naughty. They look naughty to me. Ah, they're bloody corn, are they? That would explain a lot. That would bloody explain a lot. Look at them. Right, naughty boys. They're right, naughty boys. You know, you got a skeleton there. It's probably going to be a bad time. They went well naughty. Your brother is consistent. Red, brass, and black makes things easy, doesn't it? Honestly, I do envy that a lot. You know, I really do envy. People are consistent and only sort of collect one iteration of something. Cool scheme for a heretic, yeah. There's something in that video to do with the plane controls, but I can't figure out. Oh, really? Oh. Oh. I got to accept the cookies. I don't normally watch these videos. I will mute them because in case we get copyright struck. Okay, that was something nurgly. Oh, what do the numbers and things mean? Oh God, is this where we get the tin foil hat of doom? Oh bloody hell! Go away. Dun dun dun. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure there are like some people who have like dissected that, tried to hunt down all the clues, but like if I was going to hunt down all the clues, I would be looking at it from the point of they're actually secretly going to be reintroducing more time back in, and it's definitely happening. Trust me, bro. Java, what's up? Hello. Happy Tuesday to you. Java, hello. Happy Monday to you. How are you doing? Got it. Oh, no. It's only the beginning of the week. It's the beginning of the week and my brain is already frazzled. It's the beginning of the month and my brain is frazzled. Tuesday, it's serious. I don't know. Java, I'm going to blame it on the epilepsy. That's all I got. That's all I've got. I know it's not a great excuse, but it's the only excuse I have. It is. Yeah. Tomorrow, by the way, I'm not streaming it's my dad's birthday. So I'll be zooming off early and coming back late. If I stream at all, big if, caveat, tomorrow, it will be on Twitch only and I'll be playing some game. I'll be killing zombies, most likely, on 7 Days to Die. If I stream. I will attempt to make up for tomorrow's lack of stream during the week, later during the week. Maybe Thursday or Friday. I don't know. It spells plastic warhound. It also could spell plastodon. The plastic mastodon is coming to the Horus Heresy. Right after I've purchased the resin one, they're coming out with a plastic mastodon. And I'm going to lose my marbles. No, you're not joking. It's going to... Seriously, if they came out with a plastic mastodon after I wait 5 months? Several months, I would go bananas. But yo, plastic warhound, that could be it. It could be. We could deploy the tinfoil hat. We could draw all the lines together, sort of everything pointing together, that whole thing. They wouldn't. They wouldn't be so mean. Can you imagine, though, if they did? They wouldn't be cast. Maybe they just have... The problem was they retooled it to accept the new plastic sponsons. Was it the end of last year they retooled it or something? And that's a lot of extra money to invest into that mold. I think. That bit of the mold. So maybe they need to break even on that bit before they break out the plastidon. Yo. Thunderhawk Transporter. Screw it. If we're going Thunderhawk Transporter, Anphelion base. It's coming back, baby. They're going to do Anphelion base. It's coming back. It's going to be sexier than ever. Because that is also legendary. That's what I want. That's what I'm hoping for. Well, I don't know. Answers on the back of a notebook, I guess, on that one. But folks, what are we all up to tonight? Tell me what you're up to tonight. Tomorrow, obviously, as I said, Dad's birthday. And no stream. If I stream, it will be on not be on Discord, but I will mention it on Discord that I'll be killing zombies. I do, obviously, this commission is going to be worked on oh God, I have to apologize. This commission, it will be worked on Wednesday morning. I don't know if we'll be doing it on stream as well. I do need to be working on my own projects as well. So I've got a variety of things to choose from. Mini-wise that needs to get finished or started. I just got to figure out what's what.
Oh my God! We're having a fire sale! Oh, the burning!
Zombella, thank you so much for your sweet, sweet biddies. What the devil was that from? What the devil was that from? Thank you so much. Hello there. Happy Monday. Look at me remembering the day. Making burgers. Oh. Anphelion would be a power move. Legendary price too, I'm sure. Yeah, I know. It is an issue, isn't it? It's a major issue. I've noticed the purchasers have, apart from, very generous donations for like the Mastodon, that long time goal. And like, I know obviously I always have a goal going just because, sometimes people want to very kindly donate and kind of want to know or like push towards a project which will take me 10 years to paint. So that's why I do have goals there. Just popping off to do the post-stream things. How was stream today? Was it absolutely magnificent? I'm going to make that noise into the microphone. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't know what we're doing on Wednesday on stream. Like, I kind of want to finish that Rancor, by the way, that I started 25 years ago. Oh, God. Green screen of doom. Hello? Like this guy? I would like to finish this guy sometime. But he's missing claws. And he's got my hair on him. Unfortunately, so I painted sort of bits of him with I attempted to paint his claws, his weird bony toes, and then I painted latex over it to protect it for the airbrushing. And the latex, that was 25 years ago, so it's gone well weird. I don't know if we need a full-on strip and repaint, but it is a vinyl kit. I don't know what needs to happen, but I do want to work on the Rancor at some point. Yeah, I don't know. I just really don't know. So, smash the old refresh button there. Where's old Chatterino gone? Lizard. The big lizard. All right. Did a little canvas painting. Ooh. We like that. We like that. I would like to do that sometime. Not necessarily canvas, but something for a background. That's what I would. I keep mulling it over. It's just making it a reality is always the nightmare. Harvesting the time. Let me just have a little look-see. I'm going to press the refresh button. Do I see a wild? I do. All right. Yes. I know where we're going to go. So, folks, it is indeed Monday. If you are on Twitch, we're going to go and raid someone. If we're on YouTube, I'm afraid I don't think we have raids on YouTube. Plus, I don't know how to figure out... I can't figure out how to raid. Even if they do, I don't know how to figure out how to raid on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. It would be way too confusing for my poor, stupid brain. So I do apologize, but we'll not be raiding on YouTube. We'll be raiding on Twitch. We're going to go and say hello to Studio J7, who's a lovely, lovely chap. And you should all be following him already. But just in case you're not, hold on tight and we're going to go and raid. I'm not technically live tomorrow. I'll post if I do kill zombies into my Discord tomorrow evening if I do it. But otherwise, Wednesday, 4 o'clock UK time, we will be painting on... Well, we'll be chatting, definitely. We'll be painting, maybe. But let's go and raid Studio J7. If you could copy and paste a command which is suitable for you on Twitch, that would be a wonderful thing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications if on YouTube. And if you're on Twitch, if you're not already pressed the follow button, feel free. It would be a lovely thing for you to do. Anyway, let's get this raid underway. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Yes. And also, while I'm at it, thank you very much for your sweet, sweet biddies, the raids, and indeed your subs. Thank you very much. I appreciate it an awful lot. Yes. Hold on. Wait. Oh, God. Pro streamer.